Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to the Paris Saint-Germain versus Stuttgart pre-match podcast. Hopefully, everyone has had a great day. And let's jump into it. Yo, what's up, Christian? This. So, Paris Saint-Germain obviously set to face Stuttgart. Yo, what's up, Sebastian? What's up, Paco? Yo, Tayo, by the way, I updated the thing. I just don't know how to save it. So when I tried to click off, it said, are you sure you don't want to save your changes or something? Yo, what's up, Seiko? Yo, what's up, Diaz? All right. PG, my boy. Ibrahimi, is that how you pronounce it? Because I guess it's Somali. Somali, they pronounce the X as Ha. Is it Himi Ibrahimi? Welcome, bro. It's the culture, man. Yo. I'm going to I'm going to have a job into. Wish me luck, goats. Yo, Xavi, keep calm. Keep calm. And don't think of failure. That's it. Inshallah. You get the job. Just be confident. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, compared to Vitinha, it's but I guess he's been in a car accident or something. He saved or dub tayo. Yeah, my dad came and told me. I mean, it should be an easy group. We should go through, but we've had easier groups before with Segmental. So, yeah, I'm confident. Tough game tomorrow. Very excited to watch. Yo, what's up, Steve? Yeah, I don't know. I don't consider it that tough of a game. I think if we play our A game, which obviously in the beginning of the UCL we didn't play, but if we can play anywhere even better than the City game and this Champions League group stage in a great way, I don't think Stuttgart stands a chance. Oh, it's Albanian. All right. So Zimi Ibrahimi, thank you. Now I know that. Now I know the X is Z in Albanian. Inshallah, man. Inshallah. Hey, Chavi, when you're done, let me know if you get let me know how it went. Let's go. Welcome, bro. Welcome, Mo. Love from Uganda. Yo, a lot of love back to Uganda. Beautiful country, man. Yo, what's up, happening? Live streams for ages because I was busy all the time, but now I'm back. Let's go. Let's go, football it is. Welcome, Azid. Did you bought us against these teams? Look, if we played like we played versus Girona or PSV, yeah, this would be an extremely tough game, and I could see PSG drop points. But I don't think we'll play like that because we haven't played like that in a very long line now. Have we got luck on your job interview? Just going there in a bossy. Did it yesterday? Let's go. All right, so this is everything that needs to be known. Obviously, game week 8, last game of the Champions League group stage at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Obviously, an away game, 21 Central European time, and here are the time zones. If anybody doesn't know about the time yet, yo, my boy Arian, hopefully all well, man. Smith, should we sit there back for let's say last game? Look. This is Paris Saint-Germain, man. I shouldn't be worried about Stuttgart. I can even say I respect to Stuttgart, but I'm not worried. I'm calm. I'm calm as they come. If the PSG players have the confidence in their head, this should be an easy game. The only thing is, obviously, Stuttgart are fighting for their place. That still doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. Dumb. Inshallah, Khalid. Inshallah, bro. We can discuss that shortly. Okay, Safe. Welcome, Safe. You always got to bring in negativity, man. And obviously, they lost their last game. They're missing some players. This guy, I think he is the only starter they're missing. I think all the rest are just depth. And obviously, here's the predicted lineup. But I actually saw a report. Let me bring it up. I mean, I saw this report right here. Absent from training this Tuesday morning, Stuttgart goalkeeper Alexander Nubel is uncertain for the reception of PSG. Nubel, obviously very talented goalkeeper, was good at Monaco. I think he potentially could still be owned by Bayern as well. So this is something that suits us very well, that he's potentially missing the game. Actually, City getting knocked out. We'll be there, man. Cook. Yes, sir. No. Yeah, I mean, I think the atmosphere would be great, definitely. PSG win versus Stuttgart? For sure. I I give moderator to consistent people in the chat. I don't really care about their opinion. Yo, what's up, Psych? Stiller? Yeah, I mean, he's very talented. I'll compare him more yeah, a bit more mobile Tony Cruz, maybe. Yeah. Really, that would be embarrassing. That would be embarrassing. Because a draw won't be even enough for City. That's true. That's true. Hopefully, the bit. I don't know how I felt about last game, Stade de Reims. Obviously, it was a very frustrating game, especially for the wingers, because they constantly were doubled up. But I expect a little bit more from Dembouz, even though he got the important goal. But no, Dembouz definitely has to cook against Mittelstadt. And the thing is, I remember me and Tosin, we did a live watch along of France versus Germany. It was a friendly. I don't remember who won. But yeah, no, Germany won. That's more Vert scored that banger in the beginning of the game. And I remember Dembouz cooked Mittelstadt. Like, he's this tiny guy. Like, Dembele will absolutely eat him up. Yeah. I mean, I remember they were great against Madrid, the first game of UCL. Cook. Yes, sir. We can talk about Tel as well. Yeah. Could be interesting. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you. There's just something special lurking around when it comes to Dembouz, man. Is he still worth something on FIFA? And are you enjoying FIFA? We'll be there. Look, even if Ramos starts, I'm still confident for this game. More because of Barcola Dembele in attack. But I don't. Ramos is not going to start. Yes, sir. What's up, Funkin? I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing well too. 100%. Yeah, I mean, he's Parisian. He could potentially even be from, have played at the academy before. I can understand him. Everyone wants to join PSG, man. What do you mean replace any PSG player? Yes, sir, Ibrima. Voltemade? What, is that their backup keeper? Who cooked him? Yeah, it is. Just like Kvara from PSG. City have had a lively window. Apart from that, I can't think of any other signing. Saudi just signed Boniface, and they're about to sign Duran as well. Both to Al Nassr. Huge. If Ronaldo doesn't win any trophy, it'd be so embarrassing. Does Lucha have to get sacked if you get grouped tomorrow? I'm not thinking about getting grouped, so no, come here. They press. I remember they press at the Bernabeu. They absolutely cooked Madrid, both playing wise and pressing wise. They're also very good, Camille, moving out of the press. The only thing is they cannot lose this game. If they draw, they will go through. If they lose, they can still go through if some games go their way. So potentially they could adapt their tactics to be a bit more safe. Maybe they start off the game a bit more safe, but they're usually a very open team that presses really high. But same was with Girona, same was with PSV, and we saw what happened. Plus, this game is away, so special card. Ooh. Play like once a week. Dub. And Aryan, don't worry. I will definitely return. When it comes to the pro clubs and so on. I know there's an international break in March. Hopefully by then I can fix it. That would be perfect. Because you see, the only issue with now, like the hole has been repaired, but my thumb is stuck like this. Look, I can't. Let's say PSG make it to the final PSG. Would you want to play FC Barcelona? I would also like to play Madrid. Who's your press conference? Stuttgart he was a PSG fan. Yeah. I think it's good. He's probably Stuttgart's either best or second best player alongside Stiller. Very talented. He's like a 10. But I think at Stuttgart, he plays either as a 10 or as a second striker next to Undav. But I don't think he played in the Madrid game, so I haven't really seen him. Yes, sir. Welcome, bro. Does it David Dish and others? Is that Premier League? Yeah, maybe. I was already thinking about that either with them or with like everyone in the channel if they want to be part of it. For next season, obviously. It's too late now. 100%. Yeah, that's a done deal. Boniface is a done deal. I think he went for 65 million. Yeah. Yes, sir. The PSG win. Love us sitting to let's go outside. Yeah. Yes, sir. Chora boy. We'll see, man. We'll see. Wait. Something glitchy just happened with the comments. Saudi ruining football? I don't think so. Look, when Pele was playing football, so basically in the what was it, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, when Pele was playing football, the Brazilian league was the best league in the world, and the European league, European clubs wanted to attract these players in the Brazilian league, and they offered crazy amount of money. Money has always been the main factor on, building stuff like PSG. PSG in the beginning, they splash around a lot of money to start up their dynasties, to start up the club. So this is completely normal. The only difference is Saudi's doing it later than other clubs. Like Madrid, for example, Di Stefano, one of the most controversial transfers of all time. He was going to go to Barca. Madrid came in, offered tons of money, and he went to Madrid instead. So money has always been part of, football and all of that. So I wouldn't say Saudi is ruining football. Quite the opposite. More money means more competition. I know that, like, if Saudi was a European nation, it would have been better because then we would have seen them consistently in the UCL. It would have just been a weaker league, maybe a bit like Ligue 1. But I know that Saudi clubs do want to join the Champions League. So imagine Al Nassr playing the UEFA Champions League. Then nobody would say Boniface made a bad move. So I definitely disagree with that. Saudi's ruining football. He will. Undav, yeah. No, Undav is good. I know him. Kurdish. Yeah, no, they're good in the Bundesliga. Yeah. I don't know. We will do, maybe when DJ joins or someone joins, we'll do some Champions League predictions and see who we could potentially face. I mean, psych, I only do that for when it's a bit competitive. I mean, it's a full PSG 11. Honestly, no, it's a full PSG 11. I would say the only thing, maybe Stiller gets into. Maybe that's it. No, I wouldn't want to loan out Warren. Maybe sell Fabian. I want to see how Fabian ends the season. Neither. If I ever buy a new console, I've always been an Xbox guy, so I'll stick to Xbox. Magic. I think Lee's playing, and I don't think he will start though. Yo, what's up, Jax? Ooh, that's actually a good one. Yep. Who's better player, Colo or Gonzalo? I don't know. I think they're very similar level. Just have different qualities. Obviously, Ramos performed better at PSG, so. I think our next spot is going to Champions League. I have no clue. As I said, we'll do some quick predictions later and see. But yeah, hopefully. I've sent the link, so if they join, they join. Yeah, I did it as a joke because I came here, I was going to do it on time. And then usually, Arian, if I'm 1 minute late, people start commenting late, but no one was here before. So I was like, yeah, let me comment it. Let me be part of the culture. PSG Madrid final, game goes to Pence, Mbappe misses, PSG wins. I'll be on Mbappe's head if that happened. But I don't think Mbappe would miss a pen. We do it coming into the midfield now. Do you think we should still try to get an offensive hit like Cherka, focus more on Onana or something like that? Come in. I want to see how the season ends. Obviously, Dua will start playing more often in midfield now. And I just want to see how it goes. I think him and Kangin Lee should be competing for that spot for the remaining end of the season. And then Neves and Vitinha as the starters, and then Warren and Fabian to rotate between them. That would be much better. And then we look more like a 4-2-3-1, but still play the 3-2-5 shape. So any stuff about the summer, we'll take that. We'll take that. I want to see how they end. But we'll actually soon make a video, Kamil, of how I want and how PSG wants the summer transfer window to happen. And all that, I'm not going to miss a chance. I want to take him. Yeah, cook him. How would you ruin the Champions League? I mean, say if we already have Israeli clubs, we have like Maccabi Haifa in European competitions, so I don't see the big thing about it. With Duran going to Saudi, would you take Hugo back? Jimmy said he likes Paris. Yeah, Shiloh, I want to. You know what? Let's discuss the Ekitike stuff. I'm also going to make a big video about it, explaining first of all why Ekitike left PSG in the first place, because I think a lot of people don't know exactly what happened, because it is a bit controversial. Why he left the club. But yeah, let's take a look at the report. Justin, Hugo Ekitike isn't against the return to PSG. Opportunity arise again. He said attached to the club and remains a huge PSG fan as he closely watches PSG games. Luis Enrique had a great relationship with him and often praised him in private. And all of this is true. Luis Enrique wanted to keep Ekitike at Paris Saint-Germain. And maybe we wouldn't have wasted the 90 million on Kolo as we did. Maybe we wouldn't even have bought Gonçalo's man. Maybe we would have focus all of that on someone else or strengthening the midfield or defense or something. But back to Ekitike, I love this. When I saw this report, I always knew like Ekitike ain't like a Xavi, but this report just confirmed it. And I want to make the comparison with Xavi because both of them had got treated negatively at the club. We have to be honest. When it comes to the minutes and just how the club looked at them and everything, both left the club. One guy still has a fond image of Paris Saint-Germain and still wants to return, whilst the other one is like, oh, I have trauma, I don't know, give me a guaranteed starting role. And I absolutely love this. Ekitike, obviously, when he was young, he was, and is still obviously a huge Paris Saint-Germain fan, and I've always rated him, even in that season where he wasn't that good. I saw moments, and I liked his confidence. I liked his confidence a lot, and no, I would love for Ekitike to come back to Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, sir. Yeah, Duran should be going to Al Nassr as well. That would be huge. They would have they would probably sell Mane or something, but they have like a Mane, Duran, Boniface, Ronaldo attack options. Good. Hopefully like 10 to 15 GA. Oh, so where will he place? What position does he play? Is Europe up the game in the first half? I hope so. But I know PSG. I know how we do first halves. But actually, when it comes to away games, we try to kill the game off early on. So yeah, I think like a 2-0. That's the 2-0 in first half. Why so? I don't know. I don't like that much single player games. I'm not even thinking of buying Xbox. I just made it as comparison with the PlayStation. No, I don't want Gyökeres. I like Isak. I like Lautaro Martinez. Yes, sir. I mean, if Gonçalo was a starter, yes, Gonçalo is not a starter, so not really. If we get a striker that's like someone that's competing, then you said Ramos. I mean, my reaction was insane when it happened. I was watching the game with my dad. I broke a door. I'm very happy I didn't record that.
Yo,
Yo, DJ, my boy. Welcome, bro.
hey, thanks for having me, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, DJ?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, how are you feeling about tomorrow's game?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think I'm excited for the whole day as well. Just all the chaos that we're gonna get.
Will you bet? I mean,
Mm,
it's a bet man's dream.
I haven't, I haven't actually looked at it, but there might be something, so I might put something on.
Okay.
Yeah,
The first thing I want to talk to you about is because I've seen you tweeted about it, the Boniface stuff.
yeah.
Are you
I'm,
feeling, because you rate him, do you feel like negative about it?
yeah, like normally with my stance on the Saudi thing, I'm like, go get your bag, go get your money, all of that. Especially if you're a really young player. Um, But I think for a guy like Boniface, I'm just disappointed because I thought he had like obviously like I've only watched him at Leverkusen the past 18 months, but I sort of fallen in love with him, and I thought he had a real chance to move to either stay at Leverkusen and continue to do good things, or move on to a better club, better situation, So to see him go to Saudi, I think I'm just a little bit disappointed. That's the way I see it.
And do you know who's joining him as well to go to Al Nassr?
No, who?
John Duran.
Oh, is that confirmed or this rumored?
It's not yet. Now that they've finalized Boniface, they will try to complete Duran.
Okay, that's interesting then. Okay.
So they have like Duran, Boniface, Mane, and Ronaldo in attack.
Yeah, because they extended Ronaldo, didn't they?
Yeah. Probably maybe let go of Mane after this year.
Yeah, okay.
But I talked before with the chat about the Boniface situation. If the top three Saudi clubs, so Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, and Al Nassr play in the UCL, DJ, would that, like the European Champions League, would that lower the negativity of your negative view of this move?
Oh, that's a good take. No,
It would be
that's
a
a
bit
good
like,
question.
when people said Neymar went to PSG, yes, he plays in a weaker league, but he's still competing for the biggest trophy.
Yeah, I think part of the issue is just the broadcasting around the Saudi league. It's not like I don't think it doesn't get advertised as much in Europe as obviously the other European leagues, but I think them playing in the Champions League would probably bring more eyes to the league, and it would give me at least a chance to watch more of the Saudi clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I read reports like Saudi clubs are willing to do that, and Sheffield didn't really say no
Okay.
because I mean the Saudi club, not the top three Saudi clubs have big players, like they're
Right.
better squads than most top
Of the
European
Champions League club.
teams.
For sure. I mean, we get fucking what Red Star and how do you
Sturm
call it?
Graz and
Sturmgras, fuck, now respect Sturmgras. Like if it's definitely not about quality. I think it's all about like the legal stuff and whatnot. But if they can sort that out, I think that would be really cool. Seeing some of the Saudi clubs in Champions League.
I mean, I don't even think the legal stuff would be that big of a worry, especially when you have Israeli clubs in the European competitions. I know
Right.
that even Israel competes like with European teams as well. Like even the nation competes. Obviously, Saudi still plays with AFC, the Asian
Yeah.
stuff.
I think the only issue with it is the way the finances work in Saudi. So the Saudi league clubs, they don't have FFP, so they're governed by themselves. I don't think that wage and that financial structure would work if they wanted to also compete in the European Champions League. If you get what I'm saying.
Like it would be unfair for the other clubs that are competing at UCL.
Yes, but also it's just FFP, literally just FFP. So the way Saudi league teams are built and the kind of wages they're able to offer, I don't think that aligns with the FFP structure that the other European clubs have to follow. So like they would almost have an unfair advantage. So I don't think that would work really. I think that's the biggest reason.
The thing is, has Saudi even spent that much?
I think it's more about wages.
I know they pay a lot.
Probably more
Exactly. I know they
wages.
pay. Like Boniface went for like 65. Like that's what a top European team would pay for Boniface.
Yeah,
He got
but the thing there is
50
it's the
million
wages.
wage.
It's the wages that are making players go to Saudi, though, isn't it?
But he only got a 15 million wage. Like
15?
that's like, yeah, I think 15. It said the report. I think Gnabry
Really?
has a higher one. I think Antony has a higher one at United.
I didn't know that. And that's what how much is that? Like 250 maybe? Let me do the math.
What, a year? A week.
a week. Yeah, 250.
Yeah, so I think Kvara has what 11. That's about 200.
Yes,
So
so
yeah, it
it's
should be
about
like 250.
no, it's about so 250 is 13 mil a year, so it should be about 300.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's not
I mean
even. I mean,
that's reasonable.
it is probably more if he'd gone to. I don't know if he joined PSG, he would have.
Yeah.
Would have
I think he would be on like
slightly less.
170. Yeah, 150, 170 if he joined PSG. And
The
I think
thing is,
also with
though,
the tax as
yeah,
well, the way it is in Saudi, that's part of it.
true. But
Yeah.
for example, PSG is on the other side. Like our players, the tax in France, I think PSG pays more in taxes than all top 5 league club, top 4, so outside of Ligue 1 combined, DJ.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's how high the wages are. And that's sometimes why we pay the players more. But if we look at the Saudi League wages, you got Ronaldo on 3.8, Mane on 770. Yeah, it's a bit too much at the moment. But because Boniface is not getting that much, DJ, maybe they are, it's like PSG. In the beginning, they start offering a lot of money,
Mhm.
and then they become more, I don't know, realistic wages. Because
Maybe,
Mane has
yeah.
770. That's higher than any player in Europe.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Check El Hilal. I mean, we will see at least El Hilal in the Club World Cup, so that's something.
Yeah.
But El Hilal got crazy wages as well. Malcolm 340, Cancel 300. I don't know. Like when I look at the Saudi league, I compare it to previous like league projects. You remember the Chinese league when they tried to do a bit similar? That
Russia
failed.
as well. Russia as well.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that mostly Zenit?
I think Zenith, another team like I can't even try to pronounce their name.
Oh yeah. Where Eto'o was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maka something. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. People accuse me of being racist, but I had to say their name.
And then I know that the Indian league tried something like that.
Okay, really? I didn't know about that.
And then the Qatari league somewhat tried that as well. But they just got like the garbage. Like they got Schneider, I think. Obviously, they've got Galatasaray. They obviously got Xavi. But the Saudi league is by far so clear of all of these because like it's all by the government as well. And the government is not just doing this for the moment. They have what? The World Cup in 2036?
Is it
2036? Or is it 20?
I feel like it's
2030?
2030, yeah.
No, 2034.
34, okay.
It's 26 is America. I know that 2030, the group stage games are going to be like in South America, and then the rest are going to be in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco.
Right, okay.
With the final probably being in Bernabeu. So they're preparing. So this means they will continue DJing. Like every year will just get better and better. And in 2034, can't you say you don't think like Saudi League can be maybe a top 10 league in the world, maybe top 7? By then, if they continue to spend this amount all the time.
Maybe, yeah. But I think if they do actually want to grow as a league, and I've said it 100 times, they need to grow the league from the ground up. So they need to invest more in grassroots football, build proper academies, and also, like you don't get judged as a league of your top 6 teams. You get judged as a league as a whole. And I think the quality of the league from is it 18 teams or 20 teams?
Could be less.
However many teams in the league, you need to look at those bottom 10 to 12 teams as well. And they need to improve. So you can't just give all the money, give all the good players to the top teams, So I think that's a massive part of it.
100%.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like the entire quality. Because, the main issue with Saudi DJ and a little bit the same with other Gulf countries, they're so rich that majority of the so-called working people or the middle/low class aren't Saudis. It's like Indians, it's Pakistanis, it's Bangladeshi people. Like I think Qataris are only like 20% of the population in Qatar because they're like the rich elites. And then most of the working class and so on are non-Saudi. So it's a bit hard for like Saudis to get good at football that way. because I mean they're just so rich. They don't need to go play football. It's always the poor people that become good at football.
Right.
No, but I do agree they have to, up the quality in the entire league than just the top teams. But that's probably something they're working on. And I mean, the World Cup is in 2034, so they will have a lot of time until then. Okay. Yeah, have you seen this report about Ekitike?
No, I haven't seen that.
So Jamil just was asked about Ekitike or something, and he said he isn't against return to PSG. Should an opportunity arise, he's still attached, watches games and everything. Which means despite the bad treatment by PSG towards Ekitike, that hasn't changed like his view about the club. I think his relationship with Nasser is worse. Like this is the difference between Ekitike, Xavi, and Mbappe. Mbappe had a bad relationship with Nasser, but took it out on the club. Same thing with Xavi Simons. He actually had a bad relationship with Leonardo, took it out of the club. But look at Ekitike. Ekitike still sees PSG as he saw it before he joined the club he wants to succeed in, because he supported us since he was young. Would you take him back? Have you seen those comps of Ekitike? Because he's cooking.
I haven't watched him too much at Frankfurt. I'll be honest. We can watch some comps later if you want. I would definitely take him. I think as a sort of rotational player, I think he's probably a better player than Ramos. But also, I think it's just because I love Ekitike. So yeah.
What did you think of his time at PSG that one season?
I was so disappointed, man. Because I had legitimately, I don't know why, I had legitimately high expectations, and I think I was disappointed with the game time he got. I didn't think he got enough game time, but also I was disappointed with what he did when he was on the pitch, and it was just a overall disappointment.
He had, is this like when you're really confident that it can turn into arrogance? There was one report that came out that because with him being younger than overall of the players, he was mostly hanging out with the TTs. And it was said that he exposed his wage to flex on them.
I'm trying to think who do you even flex on?
At that time, maybe? Probably Eamon Carvey, Warren,
Mayulu,
maybe Mayulu, probably Michut as well. He was at the club at that time.
Yeah, Michut was that. Or was he? I think maybe he left for Sunderland the next summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, but I would take him back. And, Lucho wanted to keep him. Do you know the reason why he left? Because I've said it here before.
Yeah, I think Nasser sort of got angry at him because he tried to force a move to Palace or something like that.
No,
and he just Frankfurt.
Yeah, because Nasser wants to force a part of the Colomani deal. He didn't want it. Nasser felt he got backstabbed or something.
Yeah.
And then he put him in the loft. And Ekitike obviously left in January. But no, and Lucho wanted to keep him. If we kept Ekitike, we wouldn't have spent the money on Kolo or something. But Nasser was just crazy about Kolo. And I think Ekitike would have suited as well. He's extremely technical. He can potentially be a great striker to have at PSG. Because he can play nearly as a false nine, what Lucho wants.
Yeah. I think the only concern would be that, he comes here and he flops again. I think that I would hate to see that, so maybe we'd be better off just getting a more proven player.
I don't know, man. He feels like a TT DJ. And out of all the Nkunkus, the Diabis, Ekitike is the one I want to return the most. Because he never actually got a chance, as you said, with the limited minutes. Plus, he played with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe.
Right.
They never gave him the ball. They never rated him. But I think if he plays with Dembele, French players as well in the team, and just how different the mindset is at PSG with the youngsters and everything, he would perfectly suit into what we have now. He didn't suit what we had before. Before, we should have spent this money on top players because we had Messi, Neymar. It wasn't any futuristic signings. And he would have, but I think he suits what we're doing now a lot.
Yeah.
Then obviously Matisse Tel DJ, he's finally decided to leave Bayern.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you take him?
I don't know anything about him. I'll be honest, bro. But I don't. You know what? If Barcola in the summer, this is like me just creating hypotheticals. Yeah. If Barcola in the summer says I want to leave, I want to go to Arsenal. Hypothetical. Says I want to go play for Mikel Arteta, and Arsenal come in with 90, 100 mil, and then we go and then we in the summer or maybe even now we say okay, let's go spend 35 on Tel, 40 on Tel. I think that could work. That's just like hypothetical, but beyond that, like I don't think we need Tel. Like we have enough quality wide players.
The thing is, Tel is more of a striker, or like a second striker.
So do you think he would be better off he's a better second striker than he is more of an inside forward?
I mean, a bit like you, DJ. I don't really know that much about him.
Right.
The only thing about him is like he's young, French.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the thing with being young is you can take the young players. I can do whatever I want to. You know, like you're young enough to where you can learn, you can mold. I can mold you into the player that I want.
Yeah.
And I think if Lucho could get his hands on him, we know what Lucho likes with these young players. So if he could get his hands on him and really develop and mold him into his system.
But would you rather take him or pay more and get Ekitike?
Okay, so assuming the hypothetical that I laid out, assuming that doesn't happen, I'd take Ekitike because we know at least Hugo is a proper striker. Yeah, what about you? What would you do? You feel any way about Tel?
Like DJ, because you weren't here during the 22-23 season.
No, not really.
But
I was listening to the pods and shit, but I don't think I was coming on.
Yeah. But so if you remember, I was Ekitike's biggest defender. Even when he stank it up, I said like he stinks, but I said I see the potential and I liked his confidence. I was like, this guy just give him more time. I didn't want to sell him after one season. Right. And I remember there was actually one guy called Izan, if you remember him. He used to cook. He had the biggest Ekitike agenda, man. Garbage, because he was pretty ass.
Yeah, he wasn't good. Like I think any if you were trying to argue Ekitike was good, he wasn't. Like he looked like a young player that needed game time, and unfortunately we didn't really give him that. Yeah,
Galtier like put him on when the game was done or something, and benched him for 5 games.
Yeah, like Galtier, I think in terms of wanting him to develop a young player with some, I don't want to say attitude issues, but I think he is probably a player that needs the arm around the shoulder every now and then, to really sort of get him going. And I don't think Galtier was that man, especially with the pressure of you need to go win the Champions League this year. You've got
exactly.
Yeah,
because Galtier was actually really good when he was at Lille. He had a really young team. Okay, just at PSG, the main focus was Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi. Like he had no time for Ekitike.
Right.
But yeah, Ekitike I would take definitely. Going in obviously to tomorrow's game. This is Stuttgart lineup. Do you know any player?
Do I know any players? I know Mittelstadt. I watched them a bit at was it? I think Gladbach a couple of years ago. Beyond that, no one.
You don't remember Nuben? He was at Monaco.
Yeah, I remember him at Monaco. I didn't watch him.
Stiller is like this great talent. There's even some PSG reports is linking us to him as well.
Yeah, I heard some stuff about him. Yep.
And then Milot. He's like a 10/second striker. He's French from Paris as well.
Did you see his interview today?
I just saw one quote where he's like, "Oh, I like PSG, but I will give 100% today for my team." Like,
yeah, I saw that.
What a bum. And Undav is good as well. He's their striker.
Yeah.
But I do remember Mittelstadt DJ. In a friendly France-Germany, Dembouz cooked him, man. Dembouz destroyed him. Because Dembele's favorite guy to cook are these small players. Like, if you're more physical,
you
can be a bit. But Mittelstadt is just so small. Like Dembele is stronger than him.
I don't know if he's
And
that small,
quicker.
I think he's like 5'10", 5'11", Oh, I mean, he's
Yeah,
not quick. He's
I think
definitely
just
not quick.
comparable to other like like the league and fullbacks Dembele comes up against. Like all of them are stronger than him. But Mittelstadt, like one of the weakest fullbacks Dembele can come up against.
Okay.
Same with like Balde as well, extremely weak. Like compare them
Right.
to like a Hakimi.
Right.
Even Nuno Mendes is strong,
No,
even though he isn't like
yeah.
the biggest.
No, he's not tall, but like he's well built. He's a very physical, aggressive player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think if we can isolate like Dembele Hakimi, that overlap on that overlap overload on that right hand side against Middlesbrough, I think that could be something we could get some real joy out of, And I think if they are playing with a double pivot in midfield, then we could also overload the midfield. Maybe you bring Hakimi central a bit, and then you have him try and sort of really compact the midfield and get at them. I think that could be an avenue towards scoring goals.
Yo, Chavi, huge job, man. Very happy for you. The thing is, though, DJ, like this is what I looked from their last UCL game. I said that Milo guy is more of a 10, so it could be more of a 4-2-3-1 also.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So is he like a 10 exactly. striker, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Foden. Like Foden's been playing pretty much as a second striker, false 10.
Yeah, I mean Pep uses him. He's a madman. He uses him everywhere. But yeah, I get you. Do you remember? Do they still have that Rualt guy? I think they got him from Toulouse a couple of years ago.
Yes,
Antony Rualt. He's on the bench for them, right?
No, he's actually missing the game alongside Zagadou as well. Former Parisian.
Yep.
And then these, and he's a starter for them.
Oh,
I think these are all just squad depth.
Yeah, and I remember Rualt. He was really young. Fucking Toulouse, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, just a bunch of NPCs. I had him as the ones to watch as like he could potentially score a goal. I think like Pacho will take care of this Undav guy. Hopefully Marquinhos doesn't share his pants. But like their wingers are not dangerous from what I know, like Furic, Lewelling, just NPCs, man.
Okay. Do you?
But Stiller is good.
Is there anything you see from them you think that could hurt us?
Yeah, just off the ball. Like I remember I watched their first game versus Madrid.
Yeah,
Madrid won the game, I think 3-1. But Stuttgart outplayed them at the Bernabeu. They pressed them high, and when Madrid tried to press, they moved the ball out of the press so well.
Okay.
Even the Stuttgart manager, I think in the summer, Liverpool potentially wanted him, or Bayern, before getting Arne Slot and company, or even United were looking at him, rejected all of them.
Right.
So I think their best player is their manager. So it's how tactically he's going to set them up and off the ball, like what they do. They work really hard, will press really high. So I would compare them maybe a bit to like Sociedad last season when we played them. Just a very great off the ball team, high pressing, extremely, very technical as well. Like when they move the ball out of the press, they're really good. The thing is, like, there isn't that much quality in this team.
Right. I think it's more about as a unit what they can do.
Yep.
Right.
Moving on to the Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, Mbaye is still injured. Nuno Mendes is suspended due to an accumulation of yellow cards, which is good, DJ. That means we don't have to worry about it in the knockout stages. But then obviously Kvara is not available for the game. And this is the predicted lineup.
Okay, so drop in Fabian.
Yeah, I guessed it, and other people have guessed it too, because Stuttgart are such a good off-the-ball team. We wouldn't have to run a lot. Lucha would put the road runner Warren on the pitch.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good team. Yeah, I think one thing that is a possibility is I assume it would be a back three with Lucas Pacho Marquinhos as the three, and then maybe you should shift it with Hakimi, I guess, either inverting or going playing as like the sort of right winger, giving them more of a free role. But my question there is there space for another attacker maybe? Because if you're losing Nuno as an attacking outlet and you're playing Lucas as more of a holding CB with Patrick Marquinhos, I think maybe you could free up one more player to play in the attack. So hypothetically, we drop either Due or Neves. No, you can't drop that. What am I saying? Like maybe Due or Warren to then play Lee, maybe Asensio, maybe Ramos, someone like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
A bit. But
Yeah.
I know Lucho. I don't think this is a game where you try something like that.
Okay.
He is a bit. He even said, "I'm 0% calm, as I am for every Champions League game," and so I think he would just play it simple. And I think what it will be is Barcola holding the left wing,
Right.
and Lucas staying back. Hakimi holding the right.
Yeah.
Neves the most offensive midfielder.
Yeah.
As like in the beginning of the season, and then I don't really know about doing like.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough goal scoring there.
In the wing, should do a bit on the wing.
Right. Like I don't think there's enough goal scoring. I don't think there's enough shots in that attack there. That's what I would say.
The thing is though, like Barcola would push up loud, and I could see like Neves going to the left. I could even see Vitinha. You know, as in the beginning on the Lucho he played.
Yeah.
More like this.
Yeah.
For me, the main thing is them both do it. I know they will alternate a lot. And as you said, with Hakimi holding the width, none of them will really be the winger. It's like you're having 3 false nines pretty much in the half spaces. But I mean, what do you mean not enough shots?
So just players who can provide a level of goal threat. That's all I'm saying, basically.
I mean, we got Dembuz, we got Barcola.
But if Barcola is holding the width on the left, then you lose him as an attacker, don't you? That's what I was trying to say.
The thing is, though, like this is our usual shape, like when we have the ball. The thing is with Stuttgart, DJ, with them pressing really high, potentially, that's how usually they play, will leave a lot of space. So I think this could be a great like counter-attacking game.
Yeah.
So
no, on the counter-attack, we're definitely dangerous.
Yeah, so I think this could be the most counter-attacking game for us in the UCL this season. If Stuttgart play as they usually do and don't do a Girona and PSV and just park the bus and play disgusting football. But I hope they don't. They're at their home stadium. The only thing, DJ, they don't want to lose. If they lose, they can still qualify if some other games go their way. But if they draw, they go through 100%.
Yeah.
So maybe they play less risky. That's what I'm a bit scared about. But if it's going to be more about counters.
Yeah. You know what my sort of hot take prediction is? I think we're going to start the game thinking if we draw, we will take that. We'll be okay with that. But I could see a situation where we get to like 60, 70 minutes and the other games make it so that if we then were able to get 3 points, we would actually be like in a good position and we would be okay. We would be happy with our potential team that we get drawn against, if you get what I'm saying. Because you know how the simulation you did, well, I guess last week, whatever it was, I think we would have played a good team. I think maybe was it Juve? It was like Juve or someone else, right? Yeah, something like that. So I could see a situation where a win would put us against like a crappy team, basically. And we would then maybe, okay, do we go for the win instead?
I mean, I 100% think we should go for the win, especially how this UCL season has gone. Started off really bad. Let's end it on a high note. Let's not look, oh, this is favorable for us. This is this for us. Let's just do what we can do and get a great performance. And the thing is, DJ, with this UCL format, who knows? Maybe you drop points. Maybe this team loses. Maybe this happens. And then we face weaker teams or stronger teams. We don't really know exactly. Like, we're just predicting. But I think tomorrow, DJ, a lot of unexpected stuff could happen.
Right.
But no, I think we should definitely just kill the Stuttgart team. Especially with the space, DJ. Like, this is Lucho's biggest Achilles heel, which I'm still worried about the UCL this season, because that's why we lost to Dortmund last season, because we couldn't penetrate low blocks. That's why we struggled doing anything against City in the first half, because they sat back a majority of the game and we couldn't create anything. But I think Stuttgart would be as open as possible. I don't think even it would be that tough of a game, in my opinion. It would be a bit comparable to Salzburg, maybe even easier. And I went for a 4-1.
Stuttgart better than Salzburg, man. Come on.
No, they are. It's just Salzburg sat back a lot. And that's the thing with PSG. Yeah, especially after the first goal.
Yeah.
Because they had a little bit of hope of like getting a draw or something at that point.
Yeah. No, go on. I interrupted you.
No, I'm predicting a 4-1. Well, what are you saying?
I'll say 2-0. 2-0 PSG.
2-0? Yeah, I would take a clean 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
Are you saying more like a 1-0 and then we get the second to kill the game off at the end? Or are you saying a 2-0 then lucha ball until the final whistle?
I'm not sure exactly. Like, obviously with PSG, you never know. But I don't think it should be that tough again because, like you said, Salzburg would be happy with the draw. Not Salzburg, Stuttgart would be happy with the draw. So I think it could be a shit first half and then maybe second half, like someone gets a lucky goal and then, you know, whatever. Because obviously if we score, we know Salzburg would need to go for it then. So then we could go even harder on the counter.
Exactly.
So it could work to our favor.
That's why like an early goal is extremely important. I don't want to see a lackluster first half. The thing is though, DJ, whenever I bring up those stats about the lackluster first half, it's only at home. Away, right. We're actually better. Barca away, we scored first half. Sociedad away, we scored first half. In the group stage, Newcastle, no. That was second half.
We scored, Hernandez scored, I think.
Milan, we scored first half.
Yeah.
Dortmund, no. We scored second.
Yeah.
This season, Arsenal, no. Bayern, no. Salzburg?
Athletic Salzburg. Salzburg first half.
Athletic at home, that's why. I'm only looking away games.
Okay, all right.
And by the way, when I told you the thing about John Duran, I read it wrong, DJ. It's not like close. It's pretty much done.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. Yeah.
There's one weird thing. 70 million. According to Santi, we made a bid of 75 or like 70 at least, and they rejected it. What's this? And Duran chose us before Al-Nassr. Chose Al-Nassr ahead of us.
Yeah, it must be the money that Salzburg offered. I think it can't be anything else. Because I think it might be one of them where John Duran said to, Villa and said to the guys, I want to go. And yeah, I guess that's it. Again, like similar with the Boniface thing, like I'm just so disappointed, man. Like I said, I feel like I jinxed it. I said last week he was going to be a superstar. He's going to be playing in Saudi for the next couple of years, man. Like, oh man, I'm so disappointed, bro. I'm actually mad.
But you remember Saudi in the beginning, DJ, they were buying like washed up.
Yeah,
they're like, oh my god, Saudi's just buying. Now they're buying like the most talented players in Europe.
I'm gonna have to tune into Saudi next season. I can't lie. Like him, Boniface, Ronaldo, front three. Oh god, I'm gonna have to tune in, bro.
Well, so what this probably meant is PSG came. Duran was like, yeah, I want to join PSG, la la la. Then PSG started making the bids. Then out of nowhere, Al-Nassr came. And Duran told Villa, reject everything from PSG. I want to go to Al-Nassr.
Maybe.
Wow, that's disgusting. Getting rejected. Now, Saudi is serious, man. Saudi is scary. And, people... When Saudi came, DJ, I rated them seriously because they're backed by their government,
right?
Like immensely, and they want to do this entire project. They want to turn Saudi into the new Dubai, like the new place everyone goes to. We're getting. It's not even that our pull is bad. It just shows how good the Saudi pull is. I remember when Brozovic rejected Barca for Al-Nassr, but he was an old head, so it wasn't as bad. But John Duran rejecting PSG to go to Villa? Right, let's take a look at the...
What are you looking at?
I mean, look at Saudi League. Maybe some players who have missed that play in that league. Can I do full Saudi League? Saudi League market value. Saudi League bigger than League N. Ronaldo wasn't lying. I just mentioned a player rejecting Barca as well. No, Saudi League is serious. Is it better? Like, the thing is, Ronaldo didn't even talk about pull. We're talking about pull here. Ronaldo was talking about overall quality. I mean, I think Saudi was the same level as Ligue 2, the second tier in France. Okay, so you see, DJ, they're high. I mean, obviously the old heads are not going to be highest market value, but they got Diaby, 25, Ivan Toney, 28, Simakan, 24. Like Simakan, he was seen as, you know, a good young potential from Leipzig. Would have probably gotten a big enough move, just like Upamecano Konate. He's in Saudi.
Mm-hmm.
We all remember Gabri Vega.
Yes, we do.
Marcos Leonardo. You said you some other young.
They got, I think, Cancelo in his prime as well.
Cancelo, Frankesi. I saw this like 2 days ago that Bergwijn is there. I didn't know that.
No, he's washed. He's washed.
Demiral. I remember Demiral was really good.
Yeah, for Roma. Yeah, I think it was one of them where Roma needed the money, so they just sold him in it.
That's the thing. Like, if we say only Serie A existed, Saudi League would buy all of their players because how broke they are.
Yeah, probably.
Kurt Zuma. No, Bento could be like a future starting goalkeeper for Brazil as well.
Bento. Okay, I don't know who that is. Did they sign him from Brazil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angelo. Chelsea sold him, I think.
Yeah. I think he was at Strasbourg last season.
Yeah. I mean, Awad is washed. Musa Barrow? Yeah, I think he was at Bologna.
Yeah, I think so.
But they still have like Wesley Gasova. That was like extreme talent from Brazil, just like the Rodrigos, everyone. He went to Al Nassr.
Yeah, I think we watched some comps of him this summer, didn't we?
No, he looks very similar to Mbappe as well. Like he was one I was thinking about getting to PSG.
Okay. Yeah, I think Villa are getting Joao Felix as the Duran replacement.
Joao Felix?
Yeah, Joao Felix.
But he's not goal scorer.
Apparently Emery wants him, so it is what it is, I guess.
Who do you think Leverkusen will get? Do you think maybe they go for Tell?
I think that would be really cool. I don't actually think they need to replace Boniface because they have Sheikh starting right now. They have Terrier coming off the bench. They have Adli, who's there as well. I think he's injured till like March, but he's coming back soon. And then they've also used Vert as a false nine. So I don't know if they're gonna sign a Boniface. If they do, it'll probably be some 19, 20-year-old. That's like a development project.
Yeah,
that's what I think. Oh, that's our boy there.
Danilo, the GOAT.
Yep. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, Ittihad and Al Hilal, they are like in the title race. Both have the same exact points.
Okay.
And Nasser, I don't even think they're fourth anymore. Ronaldo's team. Guess who's the talisman of this team?
What team is that?
Al Qadisiyah.
Al Qadisiyah. I don't know. Wait, really? Is that Al Qaeda? No, Al Qaeda. No, that's a different team. No, I don't know that team. Wait, scroll down a bit.
Al Hilal. That player is scoring a brace.
Where's Ekitike? Oh, Ekitike. Yeah. Oh shit.
Gerard Sim.
Yeah, tough. Oh, Al Weda quite far down as well. Al Fateh. Who plays for Al Fateh? I think they have a decent player. Like they have someone. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, they have Vega, don't they? Or is Vega Al Hilal?
No, he's Al Ahli.
Al Ahli. Yeah. Okay.
So they pretty much got these top. Okay, Al Qadisiyah, they just beat Al Hilal, and they are ahead of Ronaldo's team. They're spearheaded by no one else than Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who scored a brace in the last game.
Yeah, okay.
And if you look at the stats, so goals is Ronaldo, Benzema, washed. Mitrovic pretty much washed. And Kudu, and then Marcos Leonardo. And then assists, you got Diaby. Just the league is just too easy for him. Aldaswari, the best Saudi player.
Yep.
Stancio. I think he was playing for like Slavia Prague or something.
Is he like, I think he's like Romanian, something like that.
Yeah. And then Bergwijn.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, who's the top scorer? You said Ronaldo. Okay, Ronaldo, Benzema, Mitchell. Okay. All right. Nkudu as well. Okay. I didn't even know he was in Saudi. Yeah. I think he was at Besiktas a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He played for Marseille, right? Or like a different French club, maybe.
So I know that like Spurs bought him, right?
Yeah,
he was really good.
Maybe I'm thinking of Clinton and Ngia.
Yeah.
And I think Ngia played for Marseille.
And Kundo could have been Marseille too. I don't really know. Let me see.
Yeah, you check that.
Marseille. Yeah, PSG Academy as well.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. 08 to 10. Wow, he was in 5 different academies.
Wow, okay. What's that? Can you zoom in a bit? So is that scene not there? Yeah.
Petit Angers.
Boulogne-Billancourt.
So another Paris team. So he's probably from Paris?
Maybe one of the suburbs. You passed that.
Born in 30 prisons. Born in France.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, Versailles,
yeah.
Nantes. Burnley. Oh, it was at Monaco as well on loan.
Oh, okay.
Only played 3 games, that's right.
Yeah, okay. I think he was highly rated when Tottenham got him back in 16.
Yeah. It was just like a PMP player, just pacing.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Saudi League is very scary. Like we are fortunate that PSG has a lot of money. Like this won't scare us, but there's still a lot of people that don't take Saudi seriously and think it's some kind of a joke. Say, oh my God, they're just going there for money. Like DJ, it's the same with PSG. That's what they said. They're going there for money. But with time, DJ, Saudi will become a top league. And they're going there because of footballing reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I would just say Boniface and Duran, they're the pioneers.
Right.
They're going to be remembered, it's like Ibra, you went there before the Neymars and everyone. Mm-hmm. That's what Boniface is going to be seen.
Yeah. But Mo, you know what? I said it before, I say it again. What they need is those clubs that are past like the top 7, those clubs need to start getting players as well. Because I think that's going to add like a level of equality to the league. That's going to help it to grow.
If we check their worst team, so this team that's sitting in the worst position, let's see if we know any player.
Okay. You probably should sort it about my market value. Nice.
Matthias Vargas. So they bought him from China.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. We know Denier.
Okay, Denier. They got Denier.
Yeah, we know him.
I know him from the Algerian team.
Okay. No, I don't know anyone here.
All right. As soon as you see Saudi flag, you know it's bumps. All right, let's check another one. I think this one could have.
Is that Al-Weda?
Yeah, I think they could potentially have one guy.
I think they do have one guy. Yeah.
They got Bakuna. Okay.
Bakuna. That's the younger. Yeah, I think that's the younger one.
Oh, well, they're twins or brothers?
No, they're brothers. Yeah. So I think it's Leandro. I think is the other one. No, I don't know anyone else here.
Okay, I remember him from FIFA.
Okay.
Who?
Igalo. Okay. All right. He's playing for money.
All right, at least they have like 1, 2.
Yeah.
2 players like we know. We'll check one last one. El Aroba.
I've never heard of that team. They must have been just promoted.
I don't know why they gotta have like it's like do you know what L stands for in Arabic?
The
Yeah. So
yeah.
imagine the Chelsea, the United. Like just call them Europa. You don't need to put
Yeah,
the L.
no, bro. Funny enough, me and my friend Kingsley, we were like laughing about like what does al mean in Arabic. So we were actually making jokes about the Hilal, the Nasser, because I thought it meant something to do with sport. So like FC, you know how in football
Uh,
you have
yeah,
FC
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
United,
yeah, yeah.
it's like oh Al like Nasser FC something like that. FC Nasser, yeah,
Yeah, because then it would be like more okay. Plus,
yeah,
maybe it's not pronounced. You don't say FC Barcelona. You say Barcelona.
yeah. I think
But
it's
here, no, it's
possible
part
that.
of the name.
Yeah, I think it's possible that for like people chatting about Saudi clubs in Saudi Arabia, they might just say like something Nasser, but maybe you don't say Al Nasser. Maybe that's how it works for them. If that
Okay,
makes
but
sense.
let me say that in Arabic. Ronaldo يلعب مع فريق النصر. No, you always say L.
You always say Al. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. يلعب في النصر. Nah, no, no, no.
It doesn't sound right.
The also issue is these words. So Al-Nasr, it actually means something. It's like Chelsea. Chelsea doesn't mean anything from what I
Right.
know,
It's
right?
just a
It's
name
like
of a
just a name.
brand. Yeah.
Nasr, I think it means potentially victory.
Okay, okay.
So
The
you really
victory?
call. So if you say Ronaldo plays for Nasr, it means he plays for victory. But when you say Al Nasr, then it's more the football club.
I get you now. I get you. Okay.
It's just because Arabic is such a deep language, you're forced to put the because then maybe people wouldn't understand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And this one has Karjuma, Crisanteo,
Okay.
Goodmanson, Seri. Seri's here.
How much is he worth? 700.
750.
Nah, he's 33 to be fair. He's a bit he's getting on now.
Brad Young. The only issue I had was the Saudi DJ is when players go there. Okay, it's for money and all of that, but it's when they talk about Saudi like in a like a
Bad way?
politically bad way.
Yeah.
Like when Messi goes to America, does anyone say, "Oh, he's gonna go to the country that bombed the Middle East"? No, because he's gonna go and play for a club in that country. It has nothing to do with the politics. So I don't understand when they say, "Oh, Mitrovic is going to the Saudi league," and we know Saudi is known for this and this. Why does that matter?
Right.
France do a lot of bad stuff. Germany does a lot of bad stuff. But when Ibra joined PSG, nobody said, "Oh, he's going to join the nation that I don't know created slavery and all of this." Like, I don't like that agenda they do. Like, they're just going there to play football. Why bring up the politics of Saudi?
Right.
I'm not even saying have a good picture of Saudi. It's just unimportant.
Yeah, I think part of it is also the hypocrisy of like, oh, they're going for money. Like, why do you think a young Brazilian comes to play in Europe? They want
Yeah.
money, they want a chance to better their lives. So it's very hypocritical, isn't it?
Yeah, and the worst thing is when people get mad. Like, even if Boniface just went for money, why would I care?
Right.
Why would I care? It's like, oh my God. It's like when Cruz commented on Vega, that was so unprofessional and disgusting. He's like, he commented under his post, like, you're 22, you shouldn't leave. Like, why the fuck do you care? Is this Eurocentric view? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Like, if Barcola wants to leave DJ and play for the best team in Congo, he can go. Like, the only thing we would care about is if we get the money. And
Right.
that's the only important thing for us as club fans. But if he wants to go there, I have no problem.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And Steve, the thing is, I don't really care if Cruz is right or not. Again, he has absolutely no reason to say that. Is he the ambassador of football? Is he the ambassador of European? Plus, Cruz, we know him. He's a neo-Nazi racist after everything he said before. Like, DJ, you know what Cruz said? So Cruz talked about politically, about the political situation in Germany. And I do agree with him when it comes to Western Europe, how immigration has failed and all of that. But then he said, so because of the political bad stuff in Germany, I'm not going to live in Germany. I'm going to live in Spain. That makes him a migrant as well. That makes him like he's migrated to Spain and lived there. So he becomes part of the problem then.
Yeah.
Huge double standard. he can give his opinion. He can, yeah, and I can give my opinion back. But I've never seen that's why Cruz is the only football player that has commented under a player go to Saudi. I haven't seen any other player do that because why? They don't care. But Cruz acts like he cares. By the way, I saw this today. So it said this: Nubel didn't participate in training today. He could potentially be out for the game.
Do we know what the injury is or what the reason is?
It just said absent from training. I can go and search for it, maybe.
I would assume he starts unless it's something serious.
But why would you miss training?
It most likely just precaution, so just giving him the day off. And then I think maybe you come in, do some tests tomorrow morning, something like that, and then you see if
he's good.
See if it's good to exactly see if it's good to see how I've been playing FM.
You're used to it, man.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I forgot to tell you. I won the League and Cup double in my 5th season at Gladbach.
Okay, so DJ, I've never played Football Manager. I don't know how impressive that is. Is that extremely impressive?
Well, I'm terrible at the game. So to be fair, for me, I'm very happy with it. But I think it's one of those where the game's actually not that difficult. Especially if you just sort of research the tactics and shit like that. I was very happy with that.
Who have you bought?
Oh, I've bought hella players. Most of them are not regions, but sort of randoms that have developed well at other clubs. So I bought let me think. Okay, so I've got Zion Suzuki. I think he plays in Holland, the goalkeeper. Suzuki, he's a goalkeeper.
The city we're linked to? Is he playing at? I thought he played in Serie A. Maybe he moved now to Serie A.
Maybe. But I got him. He's doing okay for me. I got
he's light skin, right?
Yeah, like Asian. Yeah.
Blasian, they call them, I think.
He
Blasian?
He might be Blasian. Yeah. I got what's his name? Santos, the Lille right back.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had Dardai, this young guy from Southampton Academy called Ronnie Edwards. I had him as my CB. So I'm playing a 3-4-3 basically. I've got Nets, Santos wing backs. I've got Itakura, the City centre back, ex-Man City centre back. I got
what was his name?
Ko Itakura, Japanese CB, played for Man City. You don't. I got Manu Kone. I've got Neuhaus. A couple of the boys that were already at Gladbach still there. I've got, funny enough, Ekitike playing up front for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've got so this summer, right? So obviously after winning the league, I said, okay, let me splash a bit of cash. So I bought in Calafiori. He had a really good release clause at Bologna, so I was to bring him in. I got this young guy. I can't remember his name, but he's like a sort of Ligan, sort of CDM.
Wait, so five seasons in, Calafiori was still at Bologna.
Yeah, still at Bologna. 40 million release clause, so got really lucky there. Yeah, got this young guy called Mwanga. So he's like a CB CDM hybrid. So I use him as the libero, so a halfback sort of role. Then I've got a couple of young guys. Sever Nipan, the guy that was linked to Arsenal a couple of days ago. There were reports about him linking him to Arsenal and City.
Where does he play?
Attacking midfielder. I think Norwegian.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I've got him as well on my bench.
Okay.
I've got
high potential.
Yeah, high potential. I've also got James McAtee. The City attacking midfielder. Yeah, yep. So I got him. So I got a couple of quite a few decent young players. Yeah. All right, I'm done boring the chat now.
No. By the way, I found some extra stuff. So this is from Kicker as well. So a German report. They said driver V Alexander Nubel is uncertain for tomorrow. Indeed, the former Monaco player was absent from collective training this morning due to a cold, and it's Fabian Bredlow, goalkeeper number 2, who should be the starter.
Okay. Yeah. So if it's a cold, I think he's gonna play. It's probably one of those you just suck it up and say, get on with it.
It all depends on how much. If this happened to Donna, we will play Safanov instead of taking the risk, because we do rate Safanov.
Yeah,
I would say the thing is, do they rate this Fabian Bredlow guy? Or is he just like a garbage second? And it's a big game for Stuttgart.
Very big, yeah.
but we saw like Dembu is short. We didn't want to take the risk, but he would have obviously been worse if we played him when he was like sick in that Coupe de France game, for example.
Yeah.
Is it Spain for advantage that he doesn't have in Germany when people from other countries does his country hates nothing more? But on what advantages does he get in Spain? Like apart from being rich, how would he not have those advantages over there?
Who are we talking about?
Tony Cruz. They still talk about Tony Cruz in the chat.
Okay.
After the stuff I said about him before. You saw this about Neymar?
Santos.
He's obviously not confirmed to Santos, no, but he's trying to get the gang there, just like
Yeah,
Messi
yeah.
with Inter Miami.
Yeah, I read this.
Marcelo,
I read this.
Silva, Ramos, Ganso.
Bro.
That was like his Santos teammate. I
Yeah,
remember.
bro. If you can get some
This
boys
is
together,
mellow.
bro, I'll be vibing with this, man. If you can get some boys together, like get Thiago, you get Pogba, 6-month training contract, bro, we could have something in Brazil. Like, he's trying to cook up something. And you know the best thing as well, Neymar's rich enough, he could pay their wages. Just pay all their wages out of his own pocket, bro. That's literally like the kind of money this guy.
Wait, are you saying this like he should, or was it reported?
No, that's just me. That's all me. No facts there. That's just me. My take. Yeah, but if you can cook up,
with Santos, they were in the Segunda last season. They just
Right,
went
have
up,
they
so they're really broke.
okay, so they're back now. They're back in the top division.
Yeah, they won the league as well.
How does their league? So when does their league season start?
March 13, I think I read something.
So
Mars.
Is it like March to?
Like December, November. I remember Vitor Roque. He joined Barca after December. Endrick as well. So around December, I think.
So the reason I ask is like, so when would Neymar be able to move back to Europe? Do you think maybe next summer then it would be something like that?
I mean, all the reports are mentioning he will play 6 months with Santos, which is March, April, May, June, July. So he would join when the season starts, like August something.
Okay, all right, that makes. But I just feel like if you're signing to a European club, you would want to be there first of July, or first. You get what I'm trying to say? Right at the start, you want to be able to. You want to be a free agent right at the start of transfer market, so you can sign. You can get proper preseason. If he's joining a European club at the start of August, like I don't know about that. That might be.
Let's see if they have like a. You know how we have the winter pause.
Yeah.
I want to see if they have a winter pause. So we look at Palmeiras here.
Okay.
Their last game was. I think these are potentially cup games.
Okay.
And it's September.
I think also as well, like, why would he join Santos just to play half a season with them? Like, surely it would make more sense to play a whole year and then join, and then come back to Europe next year. That's what I think, at least. So for the World Cup as well.
I think maybe he feels he needs 1 full year in Europe to be prepared for the World Cup. Maybe because he's not played like football at all, pretty much for 2 years. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, that's a part of it. I didn't think about that. Okay.
But it's sure it would be nice because then he can finish off the season with Santos.
Exactly.
Who knows what they could do with all these potential signings?
Right. Now, but if he could go back to Santos with like a proper squad, get a gang back together and then win a league there, I think that would be really cool.
It would. But if the 6 month stuff are true, obviously he wouldn't end the season. But who knows what they could do? The only thing with those players that Neymar is calling, as you said, with Santos being so broke, they're not going to barely be able to pay anything, which means all of these players are taking somewhat of a risk. I mean, Marcelo, Thiago Silva, Ramos, Ganso, they don't care. Melo. But Pogba, DJ, like he's what, 29, 30? Maybe Pogba will try to do the same with Neymar. He stays with him 6 months and then tries to come to Europe after that. Because you saw that sneaky thing Pogba did? I think he was in the London Eye.
No,
he took a photo or something.
No, what did he do?
It was just some cryptic stuff. He's trying to get the excitement up, like what club I'm gonna go to.
Right.
And
he can't play. He can't play till March, right?
I don't know. But yeah, March, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know the body that suspended him. Is it a FIFA thing or is it a European sport thing? Because I know it might be. I think it's IFAB, right? I think it's IFAB that suspended him. So IFAB, I assume, would apply in Brazil as well, right?
Let me see.
The legislation.
Yeah,
Right?
but I do remember. Nah, because that was another thing. Like I'm thinking Paquetá. 'Cause I remember Paquetá. If he couldn't play, if he actually got a ban,
Yeah,
it
he
was
was gonna go
reported
to
he would go
Brazil.
to Brazil, play
Yeah.
there until the ban is gone.
No, but I think
that was
that's
obviously
different.
different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a different body that would be suspending him because I think IFAB is an international sporting thing. So I think it's a little bit different compared to like the FA, suspending him in
I guess
Europe, if that makes sense.
okay, court arbitration for
Yeah,
sports.
CAS. Yeah, CAS. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was CAS because I know CAS as far as like the club's finances, shit like that. I didn't know that CAS also do, drugs and whatnot.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, I think probably what he did was a worldwide thing. And what do you think about it? Should like there be a court of football that can do that kind of stuff?
Say that again.
Like, should they be able to ban a player like that for that long? Obviously, his suspension got way less, but
Well, I think
because you take anabolic steroids, you should be banned for 3-4 years. Is it that bad?
Yeah, no. So I think it should be. I think the gambling stuff to me should be more about sort of rehabilitation. So so counseling and all that kind of shit. So rather than looking to punish them, because like you're only gonna get so far punishing players. Like if players want to gamble, they're gonna gamble. So I think the idea should be trying to rehabilitate them if it's like an addiction kind of thing, like it was I think with Tonali when he got banned. But I think when it comes to the drug stuff, it should be like a 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike policy. So first time, I don't know, maybe like a light warning, maybe like a heavy fine, and then maybe a month out, something like that. And then you do like routine checks, so you make sure he's not still on the stuff that he was on.
Yeah.
Second time, maybe you do 6 months, and then third time you hit him with like a 5-year ban. It's like, okay, you've had 1 strike, 2 strike, now you're gone for 5 years. So I think that's the way it should be, in my opinion.
Especially Pogba, we know that the only reason he did it, DJ, was to come back.
Yeah.
Was to recover quicker.
Right. Especially in his case, where it's like he apparently, obviously that's what he claims. He took, a supplement or took some sort of drug that he was told to take by one of his people, and like it's not exactly the same as I'm doing steroids or whatever. So I think for him to get the initial 4-year ban, like that was ridiculous, and I think like many people looked at it and said, yeah, that's too much, So obviously it got taken down to about 18 months. Yeah.
And I mean, it mentioned here Pogba PSG. No, Pogba is physically cooked. I wouldn't. Do you think? No, because I even remember DJ when Pogba played at Juve because he played some games. He played like 1-2 games.
I watched the game he came back from. No more. That's not true. Remember, he came back. I think against like Parma or something like that. I remember it was against a team that had I think a pink kit. So he came back for like half an hour or so. It looked pretty decent in my opinion. And then I think the very next game or the very next week, that's when he failed the drug test, So he came back, did the drug test after the game, failed the drug test, and then boom, he was just gone, suspended.
No, because I remember he played and then got injured and then played again.
Well, he might have gone injured and played again. What I'm saying is before the most recent suspension, he played and obviously then failed the drug test after the game, I think.
So you see here, so he played here 2 games.
Yep.
And then was injured for about 1 month.
Okay.
Then played these. And then and then maybe that's when it happened.
Yeah. Do you see a game anywhere here? Like, can we see the opponents he played against?
There's Bologna and Empoli.
Okay. It might have been Bologna then. Maybe. Okay.
Because he played the season prior, and then the other season, that's when this happened.
Yeah.
Betting thing is funny since football is filled with gambling advertisement all in your face, and then act surprised when players get involved. I mean, football players can bet. They just can't bet
on football,
like on their own game. Can Tonali, if we say Tonali is watching the World Cup and he's not participating, Italy are not there, can he bet?
I'm not sure exactly how it works, but
Paquet and Tonali, they bet like on themselves and their own games where they could like
impact the game. Yeah,
impact. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but I think the idea is you just can't bet on any football because you could indirectly have some impact on the game, and also you might have
someone.
Right, you might have some sort of insider knowledge. I think if you're that desperate to gamble, just find something else to gamble on. That's just the way I see it. And I think also like as a player, like I think this is why it might be a mental thing rather than anything else with the gambling, because you have so much money, you don't need to gamble. Because the whole point of gambling is you risk some bit of money to win more. But when you're a football player, bro, you don't need that. You have more than enough money. So I think that's why it might be a mental thing rather than anything that requires severe punishment.
It's like you saw this David Coote stuff as well.
Or him coming out.
Yeah, he what was it? I saw like a DM exposed him.
Yeah. The video.
He was gonna give a yellow card to someone in a championship game.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't see that.
You're talking about the.
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to it since the original stuff came out. So because I don't really care, like so.
No, it just got a lot worse. What happened was he was like on an interview.
Yeah.
And as most like men who are put in these situations, he just victimized himself. Let me find the report. Is he? It was like he's gay and stuff. He couldn't handle the pressure. Like, fuck, man. Let me find. Why do people need to tell the world they get? I know, it's just an attention thing. It's just like if you want to love a man, go. If you want to fuck a man, go. But telling other people about it is just an attention thing. That's why I don't believe in, like, if we say this is 100% of gay people, I don't believe 90% of them are actually gay. They're just doing it for the attention.
Okay.
Let me find it. No, because like DJ, what? Like, let's just say a number. Like 0.5% of humans throughout history, like throughout every generation, have been gay. Like gay people have always existed.
Yep.
But now the percentage has gotten just way higher in an extremely unnatural way. And
because that's more people, more people coming out as openly gay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Where is it? Trump removing woke? What did he remove? How can you remove woke? You're gonna support Nigeria and AFCON?
When's AFCON? 2026 or now this year?
I think it's like December, January.
Okay, of 25, right?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be playing Morocco.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I probably won't be watching because that's around like the time NFL is on. So NFL playoffs and shit. I probably won't be watching.
I know a lot of people will make threats on Twitter. Best moments of AFCON.
Yeah, bro. Like Twitter. I don't know what it is, but like Twitter, IG during like these tournaments, especially Euros and AFCON. Because I think Copa. I feel like I don't think Europe pays attention to Copa as much. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I don't feel like people pay as much attention to Copa America.
No, AFCON is bigger. I would say mostly because there's so many African people living in Europe.
Exactly that.
African players as well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. So I think like the social media during that time it's hilarious, man.
Oh,
what's that? USA.
What does that mean for the people that are outside of them or believe that they're outside of them?
So right, are they like? Okay, all right.
No,
go. No, your thing is better. Just go on with that.
No, you started.
No, I was just gonna say. So like, is it so like okay? So in the past, it was like okay, we recognized your trans Wait, gender. So gender is like okay. Wait, because gender is different to sexuality, right?
No,
No, because
that's
no. What I'm saying is like so like sexual. You can be asexual, but asexual is just like you're not attracted to anything, right? But like
he,
gender is like gay.
he's still a man or a woman. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just
But like,
attracted to something else.
yeah, yeah. So gender is like gay. No, not gay. Gender is like man, woman, or trans. I think that's how it works. So like, I guess they just
No,
stopped.
but trans, there's still something. They just switch sides. Like a
No,
woman
but
becomes a man.
I think in the
What it
past you
is,
could
it's the no,
identify
no,
as trans though.
it's the gender fluid. For example, there's some people that say I do not conhere to the like genders. They say I'm not a man or a woman. I think it's maybe them.
No, non-binary. No, I know about non-binary.
Non-binary, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
non-binary, yeah.
But I think in the past though, they did also recognize trans as like a gender. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, because that's what David's saying here. He's saying they banned transgenders from USA military. So they are like a category by themselves.
Yeah. Okay. All right then.
All right, let's get to the David Kuta. So in a bombshell interview with The Sun, David Kuta has revealed the following. David Kuta turned to the cocaine as an escape from the pressure of hiding his sexuality in match world of Premier League football. He revealed the struggle of self-esteem. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, DJ, this is just excusing. So David Kuta took cocaine, and instead of just saying, I took it, he has to like make up an excuse. Oh, it's because of the macho world hiding his sexuality. Like, what the fuck is this, man? I don't understand. How do you hide your sexuality, DJ? Like, if you say I like men, or you like men, or anything, how would that? What? I don't understand how you need to hide it. Well, maybe you can't go around with a man holding hands out. Something like does that really put so much pressure on you to take drugs? Like the sudden death of his mother and uncle's diagnosis with motor neuron disease combined with an intense work schedule over 90 games in a season created a pressure cooker. Like, what the fuck? Could face allegations regarding a betting instance where a friend informed him about a bet on a player getting booked, which could denies was prearranged but acknowledged the poor judgment is messaging about it. After losing his job, facing public scrutiny, Kut sought therapy, overcame his drug habits, and now helps to encourage openness and challenge the culture norms of football. Like, what the fuck? Like, so DJ, this is a man
Yeah.
that did illegal stuff, got caught, and then suddenly he is the victim.
Yeah. I think this is probably just like a PR thing. So I think the idea is that maybe like, okay, I did coke. I was doing drugs because I felt bad about myself. I wanted to escape from, my shit life, whatever. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't really think there's any explanation for the video itself because you did what you did. You said what you said, so you can't really get away from that. But I think, yeah, it's probably just like a bit of PR, bit of spin.
Especially because like he's an ex-Premier League referee, so the better they make it out sound, the better the image of the Premier League stays. Even though I don't think it should affect them. For me, this is why I hate when, like, I don't know, well-known people, DJ, get exposed or found out. Like, just say as it is. Yes, I do this. Yes, I do this. Like, why do you have to say, my mom died, my uncle's diagnosis with a motor neuron, the macho world pressure? Like, it's just lies. Who's going to eat this up? But as you said, it's a casuals will eat it up. It's a PR statement. I think some dudes even dress as women instead fuck women. Are they called like, I think they're called like transvestite or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Weird mental ill people, man. Hopefully they get help. Oh, yeah, I have something we can bring up here. Did you see the Vinny report that dropped yesterday?
Vinny report? What's a Saudi?
Yeah.
I saw it.
See the numbers?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I think it's happening.
I don't think there's anything. Oh, you think it's happening? What's happening? So he wants to go, or you think Madrid would accept the offer?
I think Madrid already want to accept it. Before, I remember they wanted to bid 200 for him, but now they're saying massive 300.
Give me one
no worries. Same, Santo, same. It would, Santo. I would rather have Liverpool. I want to say Barca for the final, but the thing I like about it, Santo, is we could potentially have an easier way after that, which means like if we can win that game, Santo, that will give us crazy confidence for the rest of the competition. And I think we're ready. Like we're already starting to peak. We'll have 2 round of 32 games before that. A lot of other games, including tough league end games. So I think we'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. So before, I remember Saudi were thinking about 200 million bid. Now it's up to 300 potentially. I think Madrid definitely wants to sell. Vinicius is maximum worth in today's market between 150 to 200. If it's true they're going to bid 300, Madrid will 100% sell. Vinicius is not worth that, especially now that they got Mbappe. And then Vini's being offered 200 million per season. That is double the amount that dictator Mbappe had at PSG. So I can't see Vini saying no. I can't see Madrid saying no. They just need to do it in a good way for both Madrid's PR and Vini's PR.
Yeah.
Ancelotti denied it. Obviously, he would deny it. Is betting on PSG safe, in your opinion?
No, definitely not. Please just keep your money, bro.
Yeah, it's a safe bet. Yeah. But King, if you're actually gonna bet, I would rather bet 2.5 goals in the game. Nah. You know what? Yeah. PSG is a safe bet. No, I do not condone betting, but I want to help you out. I don't want to, because there's some games maybe I would have said don't bet.
Yeah, let me have a look. If you want some betting advice.
Especially before winning a Ballon d'Or. Okay, DJ, I think last season is the closest Vinicius will ever come to a Ballon d'Or. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. But that's a good take.
No, because Mbappe is there. Mbappe, first of all, takes more PR than Vini. Second of all, they've already made him into the penalty taker.
Yep.
Like they're just pushing him into being more of the main man.
Bellingham as well.
The only way then Vini would be able is if he did something astonishing with Brazil, where he stinks,
right?
Where he absolutely stinks. So no, he's not gonna win a Ballon d'Or. Like last year, he could have won it. He should have won it.
Okay, so Leverkusen host Sparta Prague. That's easy money. Dortmund host Shakhtar. That's easy money. Milan go to Dinamo Zagreb. I would bet probably the over on goals for that.
Wait, you said Dortmund. Is Dortmund Shakhtar really that easy?
I think
Shakhtar beat Brest, and then Dortmund stink, man. They're still like mid-table.
I think Dortmund will score enough goals to win that, I think. So I would bet the over on goals for that, and I would bet Dortmund to win. Bayern host Slovan. That's easy money. Atleti go to Salzburg. That's easy money. Inter host Monaco. Nah, I'll stay away from that. City host Club Brugge. I might bet the goals on that, I think. And then Liverpool go to PSV. I might bet the goals on that as well. Leipzig go to Sturm Graz. That's easy money. And then, I think those 5 or 6 are the ones I'd look to.
Ibrahim, we only need to guarantee. We only need 1 point. We only need to draw the game. Only 1 point. That's enough. But so you don't think Vini's gonna leave? What's your arguments then? Because for me, I'm just looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
But DJ, I even was talking about it when we knew Madrid Mbappe was gonna go there. I knew he would push Vini out.
Yeah, I just think if Vini wants to leave Real Madrid, he's gonna have enough suitors in Europe to the point where he doesn't need to go to Saudi. Like, I think also it's like Mbappe, the situation he had at PSG, where I think PSG accepted a 200, 150 million offer from Saudi in the summer of 23, but Mbappe said no. Obviously, like he wasn't going to go Saudi. So I think it's a similar situation where like Vini has enough money. He doesn't. It's not about the money for him.
But the difference between Mbappe and Vini, though, It's the accomplishments. Vinny has 2 UCLs, one UCL MVP, one FIFA the best. Out of Vinny and Mbappe, who could feel I've done enough? Vinny. Mbappe hasn't done anything. He has no FIFA the best. He has no Ballon d'Or. He has no UCL. He has no UCL MVP. There's so much for him to still accomplish in the Champions League.
Right.
Vinny, on the other hand, is absolutely like he's pretty much done everything he can do. He can maybe win 1 more CL, 2 more CL, but is that really worth it? Like he already has 2. I think Vinny could feel satisfied with his career.
Maybe, but the
money is just so big as well.
I really don't think the money is a part of it. No. Like I just feel like he can make enough money playing in Europe. I just don't think the money is really that big a deal.
No, well, he's at the moment on 35.
Is that $1 million a year?
Yeah.
I mean, Mo, that's a lot of money, bro.
200. One season in Saudi, DJ, is all the money he will earn if he stays, I don't know, 10 more years in Europe.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
And he is Brazilian, DJ. That has to also taken into account. Look at Brazilians. Look at Neymar. Cooked early on.
Bro, Vinny's like 25.
Early than expected.
Vinny's like 25, bro.
I know Ronaldinho, R9. I know it's injuries. I know it's other stuff, but no. I feel it happening. Plus, I see Madrid pushing him out as well. Okay, DJ, I will tell you this. I think Madrid would way more want Perez than Vinny. So could you see Madrid pushing him out?
Again, the thing around, look, I don't know how the finances work in Spain, but I'd struggle to believe that Real Madrid are struggling for money, So like I think they might sell him if it's like he wants to leave, or if they don't think him and Mbappe work well together. But I don't think Real Madrid would look at it and say, "Oh, we need the money, so we have to sell Vinny,"
No, it's more about it's too much to not accept. DJ, if we got 200 million bid from Barcola to Saudi, I love Barcola, man, but
Barcola isn't Vinny though. Barcola isn't Vinny, so I don't think that's a fair comparison.
No, okay, 200 for Barcola, that's 300 for Vinny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bro. I'll be honest. I don't know. Like, I really don't know, man. That's all I can say.
Another thing about Vinny is he has extension problems with Madrid.
Okay.
It's more than they want to give. He's seen the Mbappe wage.
Yep.
So, like, they're still having extension. I think his contract ends 2028.
Yep.
And that's another thing on Perez's mind.
Okay.
But I don't know. It could just be, like, this is my opinion, because I've had it before these reports even came out. I just had that feeling with Mbappe going there. And I know how Mbappe is. Okay, DJ, if Perez goes to Mbappe and asks him, would you want me to accept this bid and then we can use that 300 million to build this? What do you think Mbappe says?
Yes, I think that would be good. That would be good for everyone. Mbappe should want that, and I think Madrid should want that as well.
Okay, so you agree then that the only unlikely at the moment is
Vinny.
Does Vinny really do that?
Yes, exactly.
You think Madrid could push him out?
I feel like Vinny has too much leverage for Madrid to just openly, push him out at that point. But I think
what leverage?
As far as like he has a contract with the club, so he doesn't, if he can just say I'm not going, and that's that pretty much.
Aryan is saying he isn't physically cooked. That is true, Aryan, but he's mentally cooked. What did Vinny tweet after the Ballon d'Or thing? He said something like, "Oh, I'll be back stronger." He's lying. He's lying. How much goals will Antony get?
Yeah.
But let's like 7-8 goals.
Yeah, I'm back, bro.
Welcome, DJ. Elmo asked how many goals will Antony score. He obviously went to Betis on loan, I think. I think he will be good there.
Like 4 or 5 maybe.
It's like I remember Greenwood when he went to Getafe. Cooked up.
Antony isn't Greenwood, bro.
Antony is. You remember Antony when he scored that goal versus Arsenal? The hype around Antony.
Yeah, bro. I was excited, man. I thought he was gonna do okay at United because working under Ten Hag. I thought, okay, there might be something there. Like I think it's just a mixture of like everything going wrong at a club. So bad
Yep.
coaching, bad management, bad squad building, high expectations because of the price tag, and then him just not actually being that good a player. So it's just unfortunately, like I don't like. I heard a hot take that if you put Antony in City's system, like when City were good, he would look like a good player for them. As like just
I
a
agree.
possession winger playing the role Grealish plays. Like is Antony a great player? No, but I don't think he's terrible. That's what I'm saying.
I remember when I watched that when City humbled United. I think Foden, Haaland double hat
Yeah,
tricks.
6-3. Antony scored a
Antony
great
scored
goal.
that
Yep,
screamer.
he scored a great goal. Yeah.
But I think what that shows you, like when he came in, that was his best confidence.
Right.
But then United just killed off his confidence. That's when he started doing the fidget spinners.
Yeah, like for me, the worst thing I hate with players that are struggling is when they just stop getting chances to play. Either like for me, like it's like the shit with like maybe like Ekitike as an example, where like when you get your chances, you never play, and then you're expected to make an impact of 10, 15 minutes cold off the bench. Like you're never gonna play well. Like Antony is the guy who, like a club like what I think Betis are doing now, they're gonna invest in him, give him a chance to start regularly and actually play a consistent role and see if he's actually
True.
decent. Yeah.
Bonjour, von Georgia. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, Teddy. Bonjour à Suède. Bienvenue. No, I think he will look good. I think he will look good.
Yeah.
Did you see the presentation they did with him? With that
No.
the paper thing?
No, I didn't see it. Or did it go viral?
Man, La Liga is just so broke. Let me find it.
Did he do the ball juggling stuff? Or is that for Barcelona only?
I don't know if he's done that.
Okay. Yo, Mo, did Cavara get a presentation at the park?
Yeah, I was watching it when I was doing the watch along.
Okay.
Like the only thing that happened was he
Yeah,
came
because they
out.
had the no, go on.
He had the shirt.
Yeah.
Turned it around for 20 seconds, then went in. It wasn't like the Messi presentation. Or, no. It was very small. Okay, I found it.
Wait, rewind that's cool. Can you rewind it a bit? Okay. Okay, and then it's him. I thought the image, I thought him in the background, I thought that was a poster or like a cardboard cutout.
Oh, when he was standing there.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a real person. I don't actually think it's that bad, to be fair. But they probably could have done a bit more. Like at least maybe edit out the guy's hand or something.
Yeah, I just think it just tells you how broke La Liga is. This is their presentations. You remember that Santi Cazorla presentation they did? The magic trick?
Villarreal?
Yeah, the magic trick they did.
Yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
That was pre-COVID. Then COVID hit.
Yeah,
this is La Liga presentations now.
What was that, like 2018 maybe? 2019, I think?
Yeah, well, when did they leave Arsenal? He went there immediately, right?
Yeah, I think I think he might have been out with injury for a while, and I think he had to rehab. Maybe, I can't remember.
I need Ten Hag at a new club. He was the biggest meme manager I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's been linked with a couple of clubs so far.
What club?
Dortmund, Juve. I think those are the two biggest ones so far.
Yeah, Juve. I saw Fonseca's linked with Juve as well. What?
Yeah, Fonseca's linked to Lyon as well.
Yeah, no, it was Leon, right? Yeah, my bad, man. Yeah, Leon. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be funny. Him quitting on Lille, getting sacked at Milan. Now he's managing a shit Lyon team. That would be hilarious, man. That would be actually hilarious.
And say if you have money because you sold your soul to Saudi, so talk about La Liga. And L'Equipe just dropped their predicted lineup for both teams. So they have just same lineup, but they have Dembele as the false nine, Dura on the wing. And for Stuttgart, they have Milot, you see, as a raw midfielder. And then Dimirovic with Undav up top. And they have Bredlow in goal. They don't have Nubel.
Yeah, okay. Who? Okay, so they dropped Furyk from the team. Yeah, okay. I think Demirovic might give us some trouble. I feel like I could see him getting on the end of a couple of crosses.
Who is Dimirovic?
I feel like he's just one of them like sort of like target men sort of strikers. That could them kind of players. I feel like they always give us a bit of trouble. Just get their head on.
We don't rate them. Like, who's this Dimirovic?
Yeah,
like
he just,
out of nowhere.
It goes Havertz as well. Just goes into the box out of nowhere. Gets his head on something. Yeah.
Like DJ, what do you think about Arsenal not signing a single player this window?
I don't really feel like there was anyone. Like, I think if Guevara was available, I feel like Arsenal probably should have gone in for him. But I don't like. I think also the fee as well wasn't too crazy, So, like, I think Guevara probably just wanted to come to PSG more than any other club. Says a lot about PSG. But beyond that, I don't really think there was anyone else that was available, or like the Arsenal, like you can look at it and say, "Oh, Arsenal should have got him," So I don't think it's that deep.
But do you think they needed?
Arsenal did.
Yeah. Do you think they needed just a player anyway?
I think so. So it's tough because, like I said, like Arsenal need a player who can like properly change their season, like a Kvaratskhelia who's like elite level talent and you can plug and play, improves the team immediately. I don't think that player was available. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're saying just get another body, I can understand that with Saka being out. But the thing is, like, that's what technically Sterling is supposed to be, So right now, the situation, Sterling, Saka and Jesus. So Jesus is out for the season, obviously torn ACL. Saka, I think, is out till March, April time. And if Arsenal out of all the major comps, it's likely Saka maybe doesn't come back till the end of the season or next year. So, like, really, I don't think there was too much to be done. If I'm being honest, bro.
Okay, but
yeah, like maybe someone alone could have been done, but yeah.
I was watching shorts, and I found this video of all the signings under Arteta.
Yeah, I saw it.
And you've seen it.
Hit or miss, right?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of crazy how many misses have been. Yes. So, like, is that an Arteta thing, or do you think that's the recruitment? Or do you put that on Arteta?
No, I mean, Arsenal had a sporting director. What was it?
Edu Gaspar. Is it Edu Gaspar or just Edu? I thought Edu Gaspar is someone else, I think.
I guess he takes majority of the blame. He's the sporting director.
Right.
I just feel it's more the transfer strategy. Like, you see Arsenal's transfer strategy, DJ, it's a bit like PSG. Buy young, promising players. Like, don't buy stars. Don't buy world-class players.
Yep.
The issue is they bought the talent.
I agree with that.
Like, what's Pablo Aimar and all of these, like...
Yeah, Marquinhos, Sambi Lokonga, but I wouldn't call Pablo Mari a talent. No, I think Nuno was highly rated. I wouldn't call him a bad talent. But like Marquinhos, Sambi Lokonga are the examples. Runerson, the shit goalkeeper. No, you're 100% right. Do you want to do the video, or you were just mentioning it?
No, not now that you've watched it. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make like it was terrible, man.
No, it was definitely terrible. Yeah, I think the amount of like signings where it's just like that was just like a bland signing. Like I said, examples like Marquinhos, Nuno Tavares, Runerson, just Cedric Suarez, Pablo Mari, just like mediocre players. Where it's like
even Merino.
I think Merino, you probably want to give him time. It's first season, but I think there's a lot of examples like that. Yeah. I think
Ultras, bro.
No, go on.
No, I was just gonna read this. I'm Ultras PSG. Thanks, bro, for support. Virage OT. Mon français c'est pas parfait. C'est pas bien. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think a couple of the big signings that Arsenal made, I think have actually been pretty decent. So you look at the money that was spent for Partey, money spent on Ben White, money spent on Gabriel, obviously Declan Rice, Gabby. I'd say his first
Declan
season was
Rice
good,
just a little bit
overpriced.
overpriced.
Yeah, but he's a top quality midfielder, I'd say. Yeah, so I was just gonna say when the money has really been spent on top players, I think that's been pretty decent. Yeah, the
And
Alchemist made a good comment as well.
the outcome.
The Alchemist, 11:55.
Samba is balling at Sevilla, and Nunes Cooking
Yeah,
said, "I think submission superb, subpar talent.
yeah, that's a
It could
very
be.
good.
It could be." And you said before, like, who do you blame this on Arteta? Well, I do blame on Arteta, DJ. He's no complaining.
Oh, to the
How can
board.
all
Yeah,
of this be signed? He's Arteta. He never wants to self-critique. He never critiques himself. He doesn't want to critique the board. He doesn't want to critique the club. It's always, oh, we played in the EFL Cup. The EFL Cup balls, they're not like the Premier League balls. Oh, it was raining. Oh, the referees. Like, it's always blaming at something other, not here. I get what he's trying to do, DJ, because Lucha is very similar. Like, you don't want to create toxicity and so on, but you need to be honest, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like doing the press conference, but go to, I don't know, the Arsenal owner or something. Tell him, yo, either signing me some bumps, man. I need top players. What that tells me, DJ, is Arteta was content with this. He was happy with this. He was like,
I think
this is
Arteta, like, I think a lot of the business that Arsenal have done, I think he's been good. You know, I think there have been a lot of good players signed, and I think the squad the past couple of seasons has been a good squad. You know, I think they've built a good team with a decent bit of depth. So I don't, you know, like you don't challenge for the league 2 seasons in a row if you don't have a good team. That's the only thing I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. They have a good team. Yeah, because Saliba was signed before.
Yeah, Saliba was signed by the Emery regime.
And then Saka, obviously from academy.
Yep. Martinelli signed under Emery as well.
I'm just saying, if I was an Arsenal fan, man, DJ, I'd be worse than League Gunner, in the sense of I would just
losing
be
your
so
mind.
disgusted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I saw something like Arsenal complained so much about the referee that youngster, they took away his suspension.
Yeah, Lewis Kelly. Yeah, it was a questionable red card the ref gave against Wolves. So obviously it got overturned. I think when I first saw it, it looked like just a routine tactical foul. But I think it's Lewis Kelly probably like it's a bit more dangerous than a routine tactical foul, you know. And I think in a ideal that's a learning moment for him as well. So he needs to understand that you don't do that as a tactical foul. Like you ideally want to just try and grab him, you know, to try and pull him back, stop the counter.
Yeah, because the issue with him is I think that's a new ruling in football, DJ, where if you are not even going for the ball, like you only want to tackle him, that's something they've added into football. It should be a straight red. Because like he's not playing football. It's not MMA or something.
Yeah, it seems like it.
And it was a bit dangerous. As you said, he could have used his hands, dragged his shirt. He just, kicked him or something?
Yeah.
Did he kick him or did he put his leg ahead of him?
I think he stuck out to try and trip him up or kick him, whatever you want to call it. But I think he ended up catching him, I'd say, on the about above the ankle. I can't remember exactly what it was, but something like that, yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but I made like a Dembouz edit. Ballon d'Or season.
Okay. Was it video or the picture you posted?
No video, just all of his goals this season.
Okay.
And when I was making it,
I saw the thing you posted of like Dembele important games.
Did I?
Was it you or was it PSG Hub?
Maybe I reached.
You might have retweeted it then.
Oh, you're talking about the one with like his foot mob ratings and like the clubs he faced. Yeah, no, that was about another one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the presentation now of Carrara. It wasn't. I feel like they've sort of like lowered it a bit. Like he should be coming out in a suit, you know, looking all fly. Like they didn't even get the stand they had with Messi one. Like
It wasn't just it was missing all the other ones as
yeah,
well.
missing. Why do you think they've never done a presentation like they had for Neymar? Do you think it's because Neymar was like one of a kind? I feel like you should be treating Kvara like you're a superstar, you know, this and that. Like he should be getting the, you know, everyone in the crowd, like, you know, doing the NASA's their presentation. I just feel like it's a bit too low key. Or do
I
you think
know,
Kvara is
man,
not big
but
enough star for that?
no, I think it has a little bit to do about age as well. Like Neymar, we won a treble, scoring the most goals, scoring in every knockout stage.
Yeah.
When Neymar came, DJ, I don't know, it changed PSG. It changed PSG. Like,
no, I get you.
But one thing they saw actually in the Kvara presentation, which just talks a lot about it, like how great of a person he is. The shirt, when he raises it up, DJ, he doesn't show his name.
He shows the club.
He shows the front side. No player does that. Like, that's your presentation. It's supposed to be about you.
Right.
It's totally like, it's not an arrogant thing to show your name. But he showed the club. I think he's just that humble, DJ, where yes, I joined PSG. It's not Vara or something. Like, so humble. He's so humble. Do you think they got exposed insulting club came out statement? Yeah, it's not. We went through that. It's disgusting. Romanito, mon français, je peux pas comprendre. On préfère les joueurs simples qui mouillent le maillot avec la mentalité de Campo de Paris, le reste est élevé. Tu aimes Neymar? Tu aimes Mbappé? Neymar, no legend. Di Maria, legend. So this ultra guy, DJ, he's saying that like he prefers players that play for the badge and so on. And he's saying Neymar is not a legend because of that. What do you think?
No, I'd say Neymar plays for the badge. You know, like, is he as big a legend as some of the other great PSG players? Probably not. But no, I'd say he was great for the club. I'd say.
No legend Neymar, so says no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Neymar's I think Neymar's a legend. Top 5 in goals, top 5 in assists. And he just the impact he made at the club. I remember when we had like Ibra and stuff, I didn't really believe in winning the UCL. I just wanted to compete, hopefully beat big teams, watch great games. But when Neymar joined, that's when like, we can actually win it. We just signed the second, third best player in the world. We can win the UCL.
I agree. Yeah. And I think also like people put in, I don't know why, but people put like, oh, PSG not winning Champions League. They put that on Neymar, but you know, like one player can't carry a team to Champions League. You know, it's about the group as a whole. And I think
the only time he stayed fit, we went to the finals. So
exactly. And that wasn't a great. No, it was a good group of players, but I don't think that was a great PSG team. You know, I think it was like a really good job from Tuchel, and everyone sort of stepped up their level a little bit. You know, the best Kimpembe we've ever seen, the best Marquinhos, Kera. I don't know how we got the Champions League final with him playing right back, Bernat playing the best football of his career. You know, the whole, like I said, the whole group. Herrera, Revival. Was Herrera there? I think he was there, right?
I mean, he played the final. Yeah, I mean, that's where we have that fame. You remember that Herrera Neymar clip from training?
I don't know.
Neymar like did a skill and then Herrera hit it with a volley.
Okay,
it was like a banging goal.
Oh, I think I remember it now. Maybe
that's actually one thing I liked about COVID time, DJ.
What?
When they went to Portugal, where we played the Atalanta game, the Leipzig game, it was like,
okay.
It felt more like World Cup vibe.
Right.
Like we're traveling to one place. The games are tighter.
Knockout.
They're like
one-legged.
They're knockout, one-legged.
Yeah. I think people, okay, like it's a bit, I think it's funny enough, similar with the NBA, but people say that like, the NBA, the Orlando bubble championship, people say that, oh, you know, they put an asterisk on it because it was different. But I think the circumstances at which the players were playing in a way actually makes it more difficult, you know, and it was a different challenge that no other team had to play.
I mean, they do bring it up in football a lot, but it's even more in basketball.
Yeah.
What did they say? Like the Disney bubble?
Yeah, bubble championship. Yeah, Disney ring, Mickey Mouse ring. Yeah.
I mean, The hardest thing being a football player is not even like having the talent. It's more about being able to handle the pressure.
Exactly.
And I do understand that without fans, the pressure is less. But if we're being honest, I don't think the fans have that big of an effect anymore, like they
Right.
used to have back in the day, especially like away games and all of that.
Yeah.
So they were still playing with the heavy pressure.
No, I think also
So
as well when you're playing away from in that the sort of bubble environment, you lose the level of your routine.
yeah,
Where you're able to you're used to a certain routine. So when you're away from home and all that, away from your bed, you lose that routine. You're forced to adapt to the players.
it nearly like levels it out. Like this thing
Yeah,
becomes easier, but this thing becomes more
becomes harder.
difficult.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I don't take away anything from Bayern winning the treble that year. That was
No,
an incredible accomplishment.
definitely not. I was gonna ask, did you see the thing? I think PSG have extended the deal with Qatar 2028. I don't
Qatar,
know if you saw. Yeah, the Qatar Airways.
Qatar Airways.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now on Instagram.
I mean, it's like, have you seen the Obama meme when he puts the medal on himself?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow!
yeah. Bro, you know what? We should have like one of them deals, like what City have with like Etihad, where it's just like a 15, 20 year sponsorship. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why we don't have that.
right. Like obviously, now
What
Emirates was good, but I think Qatar is great.
did you think when we had the core limit?
I liked it on the 1920 kits, but I didn't like the sponsor itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was an unknown company. Qatar Airways, everybody knows that is Fly
Yeah,
Emirates. What was their core? And then it was a bit big, took a lot of space. I'm
it
still
was
happy
good.
though. It looked good on the 21, 22 kits.
Right, right. No, that's true. That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah,
It's
it
mine with
wasn't.
the Mickey Mouse, you know.
It definitely wasn't a bad sponsor. That's what I'd say.
And safe. I didn't say that no. I said no fans being there affects. I'm just saying people made it out as a bigger thing. Saying with or without fans, I don't think it's as big of a difference. And I was scrolling old tweets, DJ. You know how we talked about Gonzalo being a sub and everything?
Yep.
This is what I said before. I remember that's when I mostly had the Gonzalo Ramos debates with people. Gonzalo Ramos PSG stats: 22 starts, 6 goals.
20. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not good, obviously.
'Cause even if you look at last season, because these are the stats from last season, when he started, he wasn't good. So I don't know where people got this idea that, oh, Gonzalo, no, just give him time. Like I'm still seeing people, DJ, they're defending Gonzalo being shit by saying, give him 8 to 10 starts in a row to show that he's good. But that means he's not good. A good player needs one. We saw Kvara, DJ, one game. And it was like he hadn't played in 1 month, new team and everything. But what we saw, we're like, yeah, this guy's good. We haven't seen that from Gonzalo in what? Maybe he started 30 games. I've never seen like, oh my God, yeah, Gonzalo is in.
No, I agree with you.
Before Qatar arrived, the Parc des Princes was the most dangerous stadium in Europe, with one of the best and crazy atmosphere in Europe with the Cap Boulogne and Ote. So what changed, Romanito? Is it the new Ultras, Romanito? Are you talking about them? If you didn't know this, DJ, I think there are two big Ultra groups, and one of them is banned, I think. Maybe they've returned, I don't know. And they used to say like the Ultras were way better before.
Wait, what's the question?
It's not. He's just saying a statement. He's saying before Qatar arrived, the atmosphere was much better.
Oh,
And I think it has to do with like we have two big ultra groups, and I think one of them maybe are banned or maybe just got back.
Yeah.
Because I don't like like Roma Mabil, like Romanito. If you're part of that, I don't know I don't know the difference, but I don't like Roman Mobil. I don't like him. He's a snake. He takes money from Mbappe. Yeah, of course. Fuck Marseille. Here we go. United will sign Aiden Heaven from Arsenal. What? Who's that?
Young defender, academy. I watched him one game preseason against United. He was shit, but it's not nice to see young players leaving the club. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's another Amari Hutchinson situation.
Okay.
You know who that is, right? Young attacking midfielder left Arsenal for Chelsea. He's now playing for Ipswich.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Is it English?
Yeah, no, he might be Jamaican actually, but I think he's English Jamaican.
Like born raised, but like different origin.
Yeah, so like on transfer market, you'll see English Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have just made that up, but I think that's right. Let me check. Omari Hutchinson transfer market. Oh, did he? He's 21 now. Okay. Come on.
Wait, Romanito, what ultra group are you part of? Because I'm not extremely well known about it. Are you? So there's Ote, and there is Bologna. Before it was even better, but the problem was the cop of Bologna with a very English extremist political identity and left-wing Ote.
Yeah, so I was right. Jamaican English.
Okay. No, Romanito, I understand. So what is it you don't like? What is it you don't like about the Ultras? And are Ultras still banned? By the way, have you seen that Chelsea have pretty much also become a project? I've seen Chelsea fans complain about it all. Like they're becoming, an Arsenal where, how can I say this? They don't get mad when they don't succeed. That's the best way I could explain it.
Oh, well, I mean, Chelsea have been project for a little while, haven't they? Since the Americans took over.
Yeah, but like DJ, could you see Chelsea being in a similar spot where, because they've been so bad, like they were so bad. Mm-hmm. So they would say, "Oh my God, ever since Maresca came in, we've just been better." Where they just
I think the issue
in that mediocre place.
Well, I think Chelsea have Chelsea are in a weird position because they have a lot of good players and they're a good football team, but the people running the club don't understand football and they don't really know football. So this is with Bowley and with I think Egbali, who are the higher ups, so they have like more the overall decision making power. I think the people running the club don't understand football, so in a way, they're almost going to always stop Chelsea from actually being able to be a great team. Because if you're Chelsea, right, you would ideally come to the summer, you look at your team and say, okay, we like where we are. What can we do to take a step forward and now contend for the Champions League, contend for the league? But I think in the mindset of the people running the club, they're just looking at it financially, So who can we sell to make a profit and that kind of thing? Yeah. So I think in their heads, actually, they're saying, maybe this summer or next summer, we need to sell Sancho, Neto, Madueke, all these guys because we have Esteval coming in. We have all these young guys that exactly that we've invested in because that's how they view football. But there's no way that you can be a better team next season by bringing in Esteval to replace Madueke and Sancho because Madueke and Sancho have had a year in the system and they understand the system more than the young players coming in. Yeah. So. Yeah, they're fucked pretty much, unless these guys sell the club.
Because, like Arsenal, DJ, did you expect Arsenal to make a big attacking signing in last summer?
Or
were you happy with Havertz and Martinelli and Trossard?
Okay,
Saka, everyone's happy with.
I can't really remember where I stood, where I viewed the team in the summer. I think I didn't like the Sterling move. I thought Sterling was a bad player. I'd watched him for 2 years at Chelsea. I thought he was bad, and I didn't like the signing. A couple of Arsenal fans sort of disagreed with me. They said, okay, I said, fine, we'll wait and see what happened. But honestly, I like the squad, and I thought if you could get the right. So I remember now the argument I had with quite a few Arsenal fans was Martinelli is, when you look at the attack, I liked Havertz and I like Jesus as his backup. I like Trossard as his backup. Obviously, we know Saka's great. My argument was I think you need to upgrade at left wing, while other Arsenal fans argued actually if you get a better player at left back and a better player as the left eight side of the midfielder, that could improve Martinelli, make him a better player. So obviously, Marino, Lewis Skelly coming into the first team, and Calafiori coming in, Timber as well after the season out with ACL. You thought, okay, all these players are going to come in and improve the team. You might get more out of Martinelli on the left hand side. That would make Arsenal a better team. Obviously, that hasn't worked. Martinelli's shit, so it's unfortunate. Sterling's also shit as well. Yeah.
Because my issue sometimes is with the transfers is when you buy depth. Like when you buy depth, you don't really strengthen the team. You just make it bigger.
No,
that's why I like when we bought Kvara. Because that's what you do. You make your starters into bench players.
Yeah.
And you buy new starters. That's how you create that. That's what City did.
I think that's what Arsenal did as well, no?
Bernardo had like a top season. Bought Mahrez, pretty much the second best winger in the Premier League that season.
I think that's what Arsenal did as well, isn't it? Because you look at Calafiori, I think Calafiori coming in to upgrade on Kivior, Zinchenko, whoever you want. Yeah, Kivior, Zinchenko. I think Calafiori at the summer, going into the season, was viewed as an upgrade.
But I'm thinking left wing. You're saying like they bought players around him to strengthen it. Like why didn't you just buy
left wing? I think the idea with the left wing thing was basically Martinelli had an off season. He's going to be better next year. Looking back in hindsight, that was wrong. But I think you can understand the decision-making process there.
But even like here at PSG, but who would you say was better last season, Barcola or Martinelli?
Barcola, I think it's tough because Martinelli played a lot more than Barcola, but I'd say probably Barcola.
Because and who would you say like had the more promising next season? Who had the more promising next season?
Oh, Barcola, yeah. Because Barcola, he was coming off a good season, yeah.
Okay, but PSG still wants to, like, we wanted to buy Kvara in the summer, despite that.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't, well, like, there are players available, especially in Serie A, because Serie A don't have money. Like, you can get Leao for like a 90, and they already bought Rice for like 120.
Right.
They can splash the money.
Yeah,
I think it was English. They were willing to pay that much for him.
Okay, so I don't know exactly what the ins and outs of the transfer window were. But I think the idea is that there were other priorities rather than getting another winger. Because that's why, Sterling coming in at the end of the season was almost viewed as like a sort of panic buy, loan move. Let's just get another body in. I think the plan was, okay, Nwaneri, the young attacking midfielder, he's coming through. We like him. He's gonna be good for us this year. You need a left eight because you want to phase out Jorginho. You need a Xhaka replacement. Havertz is now going to be playing in the attack. Okay, that's another part of it as well. If Gabi Jesus is going to be fit going into the season, you're going to have Trossard for a full season, and now you've got Havertz is now a full-time striker. There were probably just too many bodies in the attack. I think that's another part of it. And then you're bringing in Marino to play midfield, and I think that's the way sort of Arteta and the board, they view the summer going into the year.
And what about now this summer? Do you feel like Arsenal has the 140 for Isak?
I no. Okay, so it's tough. Okay, so as far as what Arsenal need, right? I think ideally you sell Tomiyasu, you sell Zinchenko, maybe you sell Kivior. I think you bring in another defender, preferably a proper left back, so like a natural sort of proper left back in the mode of like someone like a Gutierrez at Girona who can play more of a conventional left back role. I think you bring in another midfielder and then you sell Zinchenko, maybe you let Partey leave on a free, so you add a midfielder, and then you bring in probably two forwards. So ideally you sell Jesus, or you just sort of, you say, assume he's not even there because he's going to be coming back for the ACL. I think maybe you sell Trossard as well. Obviously, Sterling won't be back, so you bring in a striker and another winger. That's what I would do. I don't know who exactly those players would be, but I think those are the positions I would look to target.
But do they have to be top? Is it Isak 120, Leao 90? Then Arsenal win the Champions League.
Yeah, so I don't think the striker needs to be a top player. I think the winger needs to be an upgrade over Martinelli, you know? So I think someone like Leao would be really cool. I think someone like Nico Williams, who's more of a creator, a playmaker, that could be cool as well.
Yeah.
I think so. I like Havertz, right? I think he's a good player. I think you can win a league title with Havertz as your striker. Like obviously this season he's been bad. He's been really bad form right now. But I don't think Havertz is as bad a player as what we're seeing week in, week out. You know, like I think he has certain qualities that you like. And I think the striker that you bring in the summer doesn't need to be 150 mil for Isak. I think if Vlahovic is available for 30, maybe you have a conversation about that. Just someone who is better than Jesus, you know, and someone who can actually be a good quality option for the attack. That's what I would do. Yeah.
And I mean, we talked about this since the beginning of the season, but Arteta out if you don't win the Prem? I guess no.
This year or for next year?
No, this year.
This year? Oh no, definitely not Arteta out.
Oh, why? Like, how many more tries are you gonna give him?
Yeah, I don't
the
think...
UCL. If we're sitting in the 5th season with Lucho and we haven't won a UCL, which is harder to win than the Prem, he's gonna go.
Is the Champions League? Okay, I don't want to say Champions League isn't harder to win than the Prem, but I feel like it's harder to compare because I think with the Champions League you just need to go on a good run. But I think with the Prem, like you have to be, especially with the way it's been the past couple of years, with City last couple of years, Liverpool now, I think you have to be like a great team to win the Prem, you know?
Okay, let's just say both are missions. Okay, both are missions the clubs want to accomplish. Arsenal, their main accomplishment is to win the Premier League. Since 2004. PSG is to win their first ever UCL.
Right.
Here, I'm saying here, this is the second season. If it goes above 3 seasons, we haven't won UCL.
Yeah.
I don't care how good football we play. I don't care how many league and we have won. He needs to go.
Yeah. I don't think the way to improve a team is to change the manager. That's just the way I see it. Because I think if the players still believe in the project and the players still believe in Arteta, then I don't really know how you get better by changing managers. That's just the way I see it. Like I think you should only ever really change manager if the manager maybe doesn't believe in the project as much or the players are losing faith in him. Like, I think just to say we want something to change, so let's sack the manager, I don't think that's the way forward, you know? I think also, like, in some situations, right, you could say, okay, if we change manager here, you can get a higher level manager who can attract a better quality of player. You know, like, for example, Kvara maybe didn't want to play for Mikel Arteta, but he wanted to play with Luis Enrique, you know? So if you had Zidane in charge at Arsenal, Kvara might have been willing to come to Arsenal. That's just an example. You know, so
I don't even know if it's about attraction. I think many players will go to Arsenal. I just don't think Arsenal want players. I just think Arsenal settled for mid because it costs them much less. As you said, by Ted Bowley and Erbali, they think about the economical structure. And Arsenal Plus, they have this American extremely cheap owner. What's his name?
Kroenke.
He's like extremely cheap. So
yeah, I think this summer Arsenal were cheap. Definitely, you can say that with confidence.
Yeah, and that was the season where, like, especially with City being weak now, DJ. If Arsenal had spent gotten an Isak, gotten a Leao.
No, that's hindsight though. You didn't know that City were gonna do this year.
No, we didn't know about, like, last summer. I didn't understand how Arsenal didn't buy like a top player. Like, you're supposed to always strengthen the team. The belief that the team will just get better because it's a young team. Like, we have a young team. I think
Calafiori was a top signing. I think, like, he had a great Euros.
Left back, like, if you want to win the Premier League, you don't sign a left back.
But a left back was a weakness, though. If you want to improve your team, you improve.
I agree, but that shouldn't be that shouldn't be like the priority.
Oh, spending 40 mil on a left back, that's a big signing, I'd say. Like, we want to improve a position of need, so you buy a top tier left back. A lot of clubs want it. Let's not forget now. A lot of big clubs were after Calafiori
No,
after we to get
yeah,
him.
and that showed that like Arsenal do have great attraction. They play in the
Right,
Premier
right.
League, pretty much the second best side in the Premier League last 4 seasons.
Yeah. No, but I'm not disagreeing with you. I definitely get what you're saying, And I think the biggest example I've mentioned already is Guevara. Like, I think if he was available for a reasonable fee, maybe other clubs should have been in for him. I think Chelsea were linked, United were linked, but I think Arsenal probably could have looked at that and said, "Oh, let's put our foot in the door as well."
That's another thing I don't like about the PSG's management is this reasonable price.
Right.
Like, yes, I agree that the majority of the signings you make should be either at their price or lower.
I'm just saying bargain, basically just a bargain. Like, if a great player is available for a bargain, you should go for him. That's what I'm saying.
But sometimes you got to overprice, like Declan Rice.
Of course, yeah.
Declan Rice, DJ, that's a big ballsy move.
Yeah, that's
like, we want to win the league. That's that kind of a move.
Gonna get him with a Man City, yeah, that kind of move.
Like Arsenal, Saka is a great player, but he was from the academy. Like Arsenal haven't signed a top attacker since Aubameyang, Lacazette. I don't count Havertz because Havertz wasn't good at on.
Havertz isn't a top attacker, but if you're talking about big statement attacking signings, I would say Jesus at the time when he was signed. So he was signed as a key player from a elite level Man City side who had like the winning experience, and he was going to come to Arsenal and improve, right? So
and he actually cooked
right
in the
until he tore his
injury.
Exactly. So I think Havertz, Jesus is an example there where like you can't predict the player tearing his ACL. You can't really. You can't do anything about that. No one since Gabby. That's what I would say. Yeah. And remember, Havertz was signed to play midfield. He was signed as the
defensive aide.
Yeah, exactly. He was signed as a Xhaka replacement.
Okay. And then Ødegaard came. Like Ødegaard, that's a great signing.
But he was like a cheap bargain, I'd say.
Wasn't he both like 50?
No, I think it was about 25 to 30.
Oh, that cheap. Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Get Lee Gunner in here, man. No.
So how does Lee? I think you've had conversations with him. So how does Lee Gunner see it differently to the way I see it? Then
I mean, the thing with Lee Gunner, first of all, with Arteta, like he says always, he's been Arteta out before Arteta came in.
So okay, he doesn't like Mikel.
Yeah, I would say he has an agenda because even like, for example, Lucha DJ, I gave him a chance and then I became Lucha out.
Right.
Him, when Arteta was announced, he said Arteta's not going to win anything. I don't support him.
Okay.
Like since the day. So it's more of an agenda. But I agree with Lee ever since. So not last season, but the season before that. So when you finished second for the first time.
He wanted him out.
No, he's wanted Arteta out since the beginning. I'm just saying I agree with him. Not really that season. Maybe it's more about the mentality. He's always, for example, he posted a video saying like all the links to Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal interested. Arsenal are in love with this player. Arsenal put a bid made, but then they do nothing. Like he wants Arsenal to make that kind of a big move, and he thinks Arteta has been given enough time to show that he can win something. And he hasn't won anything. He also complains a lot. Like he made the comparison to United, saying, "Oh, United are way worse and everything, but they're still winning stuff." Arteta, obviously, he pretty much skips out on the FA Cup and the EFL Cup. You can do that if you win the league.
Yeah.
But when you don't win the league, then that is also seen as a failure. Because if you don't win the league, at least you win the cups.
Okay.
So he's mad about Arteta's focusing everything on the league. But doesn't even win it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes some sense. Yeah. So I don't want to speak for him, but I think it's one of those where he's just frustrated in general, but he doesn't necessarily think Arteta is a bad manager, I guess. Would that be right? He's frustrated that Arsenal haven't achieved everything, but he doesn't think that it's a bad project or Arteta is a bad manager.
I don't know, like about the tactics and so on. I think he often talks about the mentality. He says that the standard has dropped at Arsenal.
Right. Okay.
Yes, obviously the standard was low when Arsenal were bad, like 8th in the league.
Right.
But he's saying that now that Arsenal has gotten better, the standard needs to follow with it. Where you're supposed to expect trophies, you're supposed to expect a Premier League, so that when you don't win a Premier League, you call it a failed season. Okay. So like the last 2 seasons, he probably calls them a failed season because Arsenal didn't win anything. Yeah. Whilst other Arsenal fans say, but we're on our way.
Right,
I
right.
could say both are right, but like if you don't win it this year,
Mhm.
if you don't win it next year,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
coming
I feel like
second. It's good if you can.
yeah,
Like last season semi-final, it's bad losing to Dortmund in a
mhm,
semi. We didn't win the UCL,
yeah,
but we were okay with it. DJ, why? Because we were hyped about next season.
right.
We
Okay,
knew this
can
is
I
his
say something? So
first season. We have a young team.
yeah,
La la la.
okay, so I think the issue with that logic of you've reached a certain level but haven't succeeded at the highest level, so now your expectations have reached are at the highest are to get to the highest level. The issue with that is you're almost a victim of the expectations then, because like I said already, in 22-23, Arsenal weren't expected to win the league. So for the fact that they were able to, Arteta was able to coach a team to get to, I think, 85, 86, 87, however many points, and didn't win the league. I think that's something that isn't something that should be looked at as a failure, is basically what I'm saying. You know, like
But
that was
why weren't
overachievement.
Arsenal expected to win it last season?
No, I said 22-23, not last year. Not last
Okay,
year.
okay.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
last year as well, Mo. The thing with that is like I don't think losing the league titles to City should be viewed as a failure. That's as well. Like people can
I
say
mean,
I'm
where
defending Arsenal.
didn't our in both these two seasons haven't Arsenal bottled it as well? Like they've been top of the league, and then they lose games they shouldn't have lost. I remember you were 2-0 up versus Liverpool, and then you just shine your pants. Saka
Yeah,
missed
so
a huge pen versus West Ham.
that
Isn't
was
it this
20.
bottling the league?
Yeah, so the 2-0 lead versus Liverpool was 22-23. I think Liverpool were pretty bad that season, so that was disappointing. Yeah. I
'Cause
think
I agree,
Salah
DJ. Like
Salah
from
might
the
have missed
beginning
a
of
pen
the season, that wasn't the expectation.
right,
But after 3/4 of the season had gone, you expected Arsenal to win.
right.
We're first. We have a good point cushion. City still competing in the UCL.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I think the last two seasons, I think it would be harsh to judge them as failures. I think they were good seasons, and Arsenal were very good. I think this year is the year you look at and you question why has the club taken a step back? Why has the team taken a step back? I think that's where me and you almost we agree we can meet in middle on that, because I think the fact that as well with City being as bad as they are, it should now be okay. Arsenal was second, City fell off. Now Arsenal should be first. I think we can agree on that, right? Okay, so
Yeah,
now
yeah.
if I'm looking at the reasons to why Arsenal have not taken that leap to now be first, I don't look at Arteta as the reason why. That's the issue I have with saying he needs to go. Like I look at the injuries, I look at the squad itself not being sort of in a place where I can say, oh, you have no excuse to not win the league. I think there are excuses. That's why I struggle to look at Arteta and blame him. That's it for me.
I mean, I would say he's part of the management for like the summer. He could have forced Arsenal to push for more signings.
Right. I think the attacking depth is the issue, because Jesus, apart from a month purple patch, he's cooked. Sterling has been cooked for 3 years now. Havertz has been bad this season. Martinelli has been bad this season. Trossard is an average player, but is like a good, decent squad player. We know Saka's great. Odegaard missed good periods of time this season. Like that's what? How many players have I just named? 7 players that you're relying on to be your attacking unit to create goals.
Yeah.
And we've seen countless times this season games where Arsenal have dominated but not been able to put away to score the goals to win the games. And I think that's on Arteta as well as the squad. So it's just like two sides to it, isn't there? Yeah.
No, what I like to talk about Arsenal with you a lot as well is sometimes I see the same things at PSG, and I
Okay.
immediately protest. It was like when we were bad, and I see stuff like even if we get knocked out of the UCL group stage, Lucha would not be sacked. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah,
I don't
I
care
think
if
the
it's a
expectations
project.
should be different.
I don't care about anything.
Yeah, I think the expectations should be different at PSG to Arsenal though as well. I think that's a part of it that should probably be factored in.
I mean, I do consider like PSG to be much bigger,
Exactly.
especially
Yeah.
in recent time.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
football is a lot about money, and Arsenal, well, they have like the sixth highest revenue in world football. So they should, for me, just because, and they have a great squad. So just because of that,
Right.
you should have high expectations.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think also part of it, when people say that I'm defending Arsenal, I think part of it for me is like because of how bad Arsenal were, So it's like I'm just appreciative of everything Arteta's built. So I'm almost loyal to him in a way. As much as I didn't like Arteta, like when he first got the job, because I really liked Emery and I thought Emery could build something good. So when Arteta got the job, I was like, who's this guy? What, Pep's sidekick and all that shit. So I didn't really like Arteta, So I think I'm just like I'm appreciative of everything he's been able to do at the club. That's why I don't really like have the sort of anger for him, the way a lot of people do.
But when does that period stop becoming relevant?
Well,
like
he did
now you've become a good club.
Yeah.
So like where you were at isn't as important. It's more.
But more, I feel like you always need to remember your roots, though. I think that you can never forget that. You need to know where you started from, to like give you a good level of perspective. That's what I think. Like I get what you're saying. I do. I'm not. I don't disagree with you. Like you need to at some point.
It's like on my. I can say it on myself, DJ.
Okay.
The expectations I had on myself as a YouTuber for this YouTube channel have changed.
Of course.
Like the first day I started YouTube, I still remember those days. I still remember when we had the live stream and I had 0 concurrent viewers.
Right.
Like that means I'm grateful for every single thing. But when I see the number that I have now, so I got to work harder so that number becomes even more.
For sure.
The more you grow, the higher the expectations go. And it feels like Arsenal with like here, 8. You got better. The expectations like, well, okay, let's go for top 4. Let's go UCL football. And now you pretty much like stay there. Okay, we're top 4. Oh, we're second in the league. Second in the league is actually good. And then it's like you don't go out and splash money for a big signing. You don't do this. And I'm like, does that mean you're content with being in the top 4, second place?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see what the board and what Arteta and the new sort of, because obviously Edu's gone, so it's going to be a new. I don't know who's in charge now, but whoever is in charge of transfer now.
I don't think they have. I think they want to get Campos in the summer. You've seen what Campos been cooking.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
What, for us as PSG fans, or for
no? I mean, as far as like you said, you've seen what Campos has been cooking. I don't know if that's good.
I think it's better than Edu.
Probably.
Well, the thing we also have to mention with Campos, DJ, yes, in his first. Wait. In his first summer, DJ, we didn't have that much money because of the huge wages we paid to Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. So there wasn't that much wiggle room. Campos still signed Vitinha, who was a great signing.
And, I think Fabian as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Ekitike was a good signing. We didn't give it more time. Yeah. Renato, that was a bad one.
Soler, I think. Oh, Soler last year.
Soler was that year.
Yeah, 22. Yeah. I was hyped when we got Soler, bro.
We got Mukiele as well.
Mukiele. I was hyped for Mukiele as well. I was very hyped. Yeah.
Like decent squad with the money. Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
No, it's one of them where like you see them on FIFA. It's like he's good. He's got good stats. Good pace. Good.
Yeah. And after that, he spent 700 million.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Like in our big summer when Neymar, Messi left, we spent that much money.
Yeah,
he's not gonna get that Arsenal. He has to be way cheaper and go for even cheap. Like, do you think he could have done the Neves deal, Arsenal? Would Arsenal have paid that kind of a money
for Neves
or someone who's has only one season under his belt? Because we know we got a steal in today's market, especially how good Neves has been. But Neves only had one belt.
Yeah.
And this season we buy him for 60 plus 10 million in bonuses.
Okay, so I'm trying to think back to like Arsenal moves. My first initial thought, I would say no, because like the young players Arsenal have bought to like take a chance on are like players like Marquinhos, Nuno Tavares, Sambi Lokonga. I already mentioned that. Martinelli as well. Obviously, he's been a success. But I would point to Saliba at the time for 35 mil back in 2019 as well, out of San Etienne's academy. I think that was a risk, and it's obviously paid off. You look at what's his name, Kieran Tierney as well, out of Scotland. Like it was only about 25, but I think signing a player out of Scotland for 25 mil is a risk at the time for like a 20, 21-year-old. And you look at Ramsdale in goal. I think at the time, again, he was a young goalkeeper, hadn't had any real success at Sheffield United and Bournemouth, two shit teams, and he comes to Arsenal for a big fee. And I'd say he paid off because he was good for a couple of years. Obviously Raya is in goal now, but no one to the level of Neves, like you said.
Yeah. So that Campos is a great sporting director. Like all the time I've been against him. I think sometimes he's a bit slow when it comes to deals and so on.
Right.
But his biggest flaw was when it comes to signing big players. And PSG, like we need to sign big players because we're competing for the biggest trophies. So that's a flaw that's gonna follow him. But when it comes to the youngsters, like has much better talent ID than Edu. And you mentioned with Saliba, League N, and I would say Liga Nosh as well now, are the two best places to buy young talent. And that's what Campos' speciality is.
100%.
He even has some in South America too. So, and Saliba is the best Arsenal signing in the past like 5 years?
I'd say Odegaard more than Saliba, but because I think Odegaard really transformed the club. Like from the moment he set foot in Arsenal, I think it wasn't the Chelsea game because I think he was signed. The Chelsea game was in December. He came obviously in January. But I think from his first full season at the club was great, and he's the captain now, and he's been amazing since he came.
Okay, so yeah, I think Campos would abuse League N, sign top talents from League N, like a Turkey, like an Akhliosh or something.
Yeah,
I think Campos would be a huge upgrade for Arsenal.
Yeah, I think the good thing about Arsenal is I think the squad is in a good place as far as like there's a lot of really exciting pieces, both sort of in their prime and a bit younger. I think the defense is good. We know the defense is a really good unit. I think pretty much just like I said, 4 positions. So another midfielder to replace Partey, a left back, and then another 1 or 2 forwards. I think the bigger question is how he's going to be able to maybe get some sales out. Players like Jesus, Trossard, Jorginho, Partey. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
Because if I was Arsenal, the main thing I'm looking at is striker and left wing, and that's it. I think Isak Leao, and it's very hard to bet against Arsenal potentially winning the league next season.
I agree.
Yes, it's a lot of money, but that's the step. That's what Arsenal needs to do. I think that's what
that's where you're at now. That's the level
to win the league.
Exactly.
Not sign depth. I don't want to see them go after like Garnacho.
Right. I think Rice was the first step towards that. And I think you'll be not you, but like it's disappointing because they haven't then taken a step further in that direction. It's almost back to the Marino Calafiori route. Rather than Declan Rice. Yeah, I agree with that.
No, because I would say the reason I troll Arsenal is because it's the same reason a lot of people troll PSG because we haven't won the UCL.
Yeah.
We have come close, just like Arsenal.
Right.
But we haven't won it. But I would say me as a PSG fan and other PSG fans, we always expect to either win it this year or
challenge for at least
you win it next year or something. Especially not because so when Neymar came, DJ, that's when the expectations started. Every single year, UCL or nothing.
Yeah.
And then I would say after we reached the final, DJ, that was the biggest mistake PSG made. The unfortunate thing was obviously COVID happened.
Yeah.
But we didn't strengthen the squad. So we had built up all the momentum, reached the final, then we just went down.
Right.
Bad mistake, signing Messi, mistake. And then bomb. We got rid of Messi, Neymar, Ramos. And that's when we started going up. So for me, from next season, because my expectations for this season was better than last season, which means win everything in the league, win the cup, win the Trophée du Champion, and at least semi. That was my expectation for this season. From next season, UCL or it's a failed season. Okay. Like we've had enough time of this project thing. Like we have a good team now. We have a good team. We know how to play. They know how to play on the lucha and everything. Yeah. And even this season, I feel I should expect a UCL. Even this season.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't know. Maybe some people call me delusional, but Like, what's the point in participating in UCL if you don't want to win it or feel you can win it?
100%. Yeah.
Also needs to keep. Oh, that's another thing, DJ. Like, what happens if you don't win the league this year? You don't win the league maybe next year. Would Saliba want to go to Madrid?
So I'll just read you something. I don't think that's really too much of a risk. Like, and also, if Saliba does say he wants to leave, like Arsenal have, I think he's just signed a new extension. So I don't think like if Madrid won him, it's 150 mil. That's what I think Arsenal would quote.
Ooh.
So like unless Saliba says, oh, he wants to force a move, but he's just signed a contract extension. So I don't really think that's a fair.
What if he forces a move then?
I mean, if he forces a move and says, I want to go, I think, like I said, Arsenal put 120, 130 mil price tag on him when they say, if you want him, come get him. But, I think also, like, if Saliba says, oh, I want to go because I don't think Arsenal are achieving what I want to achieve, I would say, okay, cool. Off you go. Like, it would be sad to see him go, but I wouldn't lose my mind over it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can actually go through this. So I made like a tactical video on Kvaratskhelia.
Okay.
So the first thing is,
what? Now, is that Nuno Pacho?
Yeah, Nuno.
No, okay.
Pacho didn't play. So Kvara, sometimes he was holding the left, sometimes he was going inside to like left cam, like the half space. And this is obviously how the first chance got created.
Yeah, start the game.
Kangili dragging the fullback out.
That's where you want Barcola, I think. Like,
and then just what, here or here?
Yeah, like him and Barcola being able to combine on that left hand side. So one of them holds the width, one of them makes the underlap and run.
He makes that run. Beautiful pass to the one that should not be spoken about. Then here, then boost to Kvara immediately. And I just like he's not scared. Like a usual player here maybe clears it. Kvara's like, no. And then they had to drag him out for a foul. No yellow card. I don't know how this is not yellow.
Yeah.
Then here he's off the left. Tries to pick his opponent. And then here he's like looking at the referee. What? No foul. He needs to get used to Ligue 1. This is Ligue 1, unfortunately. Here, once again, he was in this half space. Fabian was able to find him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Kvara, I think this is the plan for Kvara. It's in the half spaces.
Right.
That's even as a winger, like Barcola is more of a touchline winger. Kvara is more of an inside winger.
Okay.
So I think that's why like false nine could work really well for Kvara. And then Kvara goes inside, looks for the 1-2 with the person that should not be mentioned. Looks it up.
Yeah, you hold up, man. You can't hold up the ball.
And I looked at the overall thingy.
Yeah.
So you as can see, he was in between like the wing and
half space.
And in the half space, and Gonzalo.
Yeah.
Here Kang finds Kvara, puts it across. Here once again, Nuno tried to feed him in that space. Pass got incepted. Here he tried to cook, got cooked. He tried good. And then I brought up this. He only completed 2 out of 7 dribbles. I compared it like even just this season, he's not been that good of a dribbler. Like Kvara is a great dribbler. It's just this season so far, he's not been that good. He also lost 5. He also won 5 out of 19. No, I compared them because Messi and Kangili, high dribblers, came to the league, had huge problems in their first season.
Okay.
Physically. Just how, like, the huge difference. I mean, they were playing La Liga, which is probably the least physical league out of the top 5 leagues.
Yeah.
They had to adapt a lot.
For sure.
Kvara, though, is stronger than both. And he played in Serie A, which is more physical, so I think it would take less time for him to adapt, but he still has to adapt to the physicality of the league.
Yeah.
Here I found Kangi Lee. This was one thing I noticed. So Nuno went for a cross here, but Kvara always likes to have the ball here.
Yeah.
He would always wait here whenever the fullback has the ball on the side. And Nuno really didn't understand that. He didn't have that connection. But I think this is something they can work on, where Kvara can be found there in the half space. You see, he's completely unmarked.
Right. Yeah. I think that's one there where it's going to be tough for Nuno, I think, because one, he's not often he gets opportunities like that because often he's, a bit more defensive, but also like it's hard to build relationships with two players. What I'm saying, so I did as a fullback, right? You have a relationship with your left eight, your six, and your winger, right? So if you have two players that rotate in our left wing, it's sometimes hard to build that chemistry, isn't it?
Yeah. But we'll see how much they develop, like when they play more with each other and so on.
Yeah.
Here, Due tries to feed him. The pass was a bit too strong. Here, it was like Nuno Kvara link up, and this is something I'm so excited to see. Nuno gives it to Kvara, Kvara to Nuno, Nuno to Kvara, and then Kvara tried to nutmeg, but it didn't work. But I think they can have great chemistry. Here, Fabian finds Kvara and goes for the shot. Donna quickly to Kvara from a counter, knows Nuno is coming, plays the 1-2 with Nuno, and then goes for a cross. And we talked about Gonçalo's movement for this. But it was a great counterattack, just quick one, very similar to Hakimi Demboo's, like Kvara Nuno.
Yeah.
Then here, Kangili gives him a back heel, looks for the 1-2. You guessed it. Like imagine if he had Kvara here. Kvara would run into this space. He could either go for himself, or Dembele would run
a bit like
Kvara.
The sort of the Balotelli goal. So like Balotelli replacing Balotelli falls down, plays the ball. Yeah.
And for me, that's like Gonçalo. If you can't even do link up, what can you do? Because he couldn't score goals. He can't even do the link up. Here's obviously the assist. 1-2. And that's one thing from Kvara. He loves the 1-2s. He loves playing 1-2s. He loves playing with his teammates, getting everyone, around the ball and so on.
Yep.
And look at the attention he takes away. All of these players just on Kvara. And look at Demboo's. When have we seen Dembele have this kind of space?
Right. Like Lee enjoying that sort of coverage. Yeah. Like, I think it's just something like, I don't know if it's aura, whatever you want to call it, but it's just players having that impact on defenders, that puts a bit of fear in them. And you can see how much easier it makes, other players' lives.
Yeah. And that's the thing, Kvara will make everyone better just by being on the pitch.
No doubt.
That presence.
Yeah.
And for me, that's something I always talk about Gonçalo. He has no presence. He has no threat. He's not 6'5", where the defenders have to be scared about a cross coming in. He's not extremely strong. He's not extremely quick. If you are a centre-back DJ and your job is to mark Gonçalo or make sure he's not going to score a goal, what are you scared about?
Right.
It feels like playing with 10 men sometimes with him.
And also, it's not like he's some, 6'2", 6'3" aerial beast where you can just spam cross it. You can't even really do that.
Like he's like mid. He's like decent to everything.
Yeah,
he's not elite to anything.
Exactly. That's the word, isn't it? Yeah.
And
I think if he had like Giroud level hold up play where he's strong, he can use his body, good center of gravity, all that. I think he would be like such a better player for us because he could actually be a pivot for the attack.
When I see Gonçalo, he looks more like a second striker, DJ.
Yeah. Whereas, like, he can press, run around a bit, but you're not really asking for too many goals.
I don't know really what he is. Like, he's not a very good man.
Yeah.
He's not a traditional line.
The issue with Ramos is he needs, like, more. Ramos is a player, I think, that should have stayed in Portugal till he was, like, 24, 25, where he can just, like, stat pad goals and play in a really good dominant side like Benfica, and like he can almost sort of learn himself. But bro, how old is he? He's 21, 22. Like he doesn't know he doesn't know what he is yet. He doesn't really understand how to play up front at the elite level because he just hasn't played enough games really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he
Oh,
needs to be playing week in, week out for like a team where he actually understands his role.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like with Osimhen, yes, he is worse. Like on the ball, like Lucho, football, and all of that. But he's a threat.
Right.
He's a threat. He will take away attention. He will open up the game for Dembele and Barcola and Kvara and all of these players. Like, I don't know what Ramos really offers. And the goals he scores, DJ, we can score them. Like, he's not.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he's looking like he can't even really score tap-ins like against what team Rams at the weekend.
And you even remember the Salzburg game?
So yeah, he missed a couple of
He missed huge chance.
Like I mean, bro, another day that we drop points in Austria and we're looking around us like, yeah, we're out. Season's over, boys.
Nah, there's a reason he's not starting because he's not showing like, oh no, this is why you start me. But here, I loved it. Look, he's sitting here like it's a deep like a mid block, but a little bit open. But it just drops down, and I think he wasn't really like Nuno was holding the left. Kvara just had the openness, drops deep, plays the 1-2 with Gonçalo. Gonçalo actually succeeds with it. Very easy one, but he actually does his job this time.
Yeah.
Kvara looks for Dembele, and then Dembele nearly found him here. So we went from having absolutely nothing to 1-2 passes, the bomb. And all from Kvara. All from Kvara. It's the movement, the attention, the dribbling. It just opens up the game. So, and this is crazy as a false nine. Because the thing with the false nine, DJ, he doesn't have a marker. The right winger is marked by the left back. The left winger is marked by a right back. The false nine isn't marked by anyone.
Yeah.
The three-man midfield focuses on our three-man midfield. And their two centre-backs can't follow Kvara to the halfway line.
Yeah.
Which means he will always be open. And I think Lucho sometimes tries to get Gonçalo to do that. Garbage.
Yeah, I think that's what Asensio really should be, like good finisher, good playmaker. I think he's just cooked. He just can't do it.
That's the issue with Asensio, like the playmaker, all of that. He has good understanding, dropping down, playing 1-2s. His link-up play is good. His finishing is so horrid that you can't do that.
Yeah. Can I suggest a name? You tell me if it makes you sick. How would you feel about like Felix on loan? Just to add another body to the attack. Would you
My only issue with Felix, DJ, like I think he's an extremely talented player. I don't know, I just hate his mentality. Especially knowing he's a cuck as well.
Okay, but you think like on the
footballing wise, he would suit this. Because he can drop to the wings and he's a great dribbler as well.
Yeah.
And take that attention. No, I think even Lucho was like wanted Felix when he first came in.
We were sort of vaguely linked with him in the summer, and I think like obviously he's not a great player, but I think he's someone who would be a nice option to have, in comparison to the other players we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here Kvara played the 1-2 with Due, went for the shot. He was just goal hungry. Could have done something better or smarter. And then not that much happened because as you can see here, it's 1-0 and Rem actually scored from this counter-attack. And after that, like pretty much nothing happened. Just had a ball from Kvara to Due. And then here, I just looked at Kvara's movement, DJ. So he's here because he's false 9 now. Mayulu came in for Gonçalo, and Kvara was the false 9, like last 15 minutes.
Yep.
Gives it to Vitinha. Then look at his movement. Follows the ball. Completely unmarked because he's the false 9. Nobody can mark him.
Yep.
Still unmarked. Nuno gets it. Look, Kvara here is asking for the ball. Completely unmarked.
Did he get it?
Once again, he finds that pocket completely unmarked. No, Nuno gave it to Barcola. But it was actually good. But Barcola could have scored and then he got blocked. And here, when Barcola received it, even Kvara was once again asking for it because he's finding. And that's like even Gonçalo, when he plays the striker, he doesn't find these spaces. Like Kvara's movement is way better than Gonçalo's movement.
Yeah.
He can find these open gaps and just be extremely dangerous. That was it. Then I looked at his stats. A lot of left-sided, but a lot of central touches as well. Had 1 assist, 2 shots, 2 key passes. got to improve on the dribbling and the duels. And then I showed so in this game we could see him in this position, we could see him in this one, and we also saw him here. And that's where Kvara plays. He either plays the central one, in the half space, or this one. And what are you feeling more? I know it's just one game. It wasn't even the best game from PSG, but what are you feeling more from Kvara, position-wise, role-wise?
Yeah, so I think as the false 9 in a free role, it could work, with Barcola and Dembele either side, doing sort of playmaking and goal scoring. I said last week that I thought he looked more like a 10 to me than a true false 9. But
okay,
I think
what is the true false 9 then?
No, that's not the word. But no, a true false 9 is a false 9. Like it's a false 9 is a false 9. We know what a false 9 is. But what I'm saying is I think in terms of the profiles we have in our team right now, we might he looks more like a perfect fit for a 4-2-3-1 sort of system, And then you have your 9, 3 playmakers, or 3 players behind the 9, and then your double pivot. But I think you said to me that you think he could work as well as the true false 9 because he's a capable goal scorer. So I think we'll have to wait and see about that, see what he looks like. But I think him alternating with Barcola left and center positions, I think that could work as well.
But for me, as you saw, what I liked about him being false 9 is he doesn't have a marker and he has that full freedom to impact the game in all areas. He's both footed as well, extremely versatile. But I do agree in this. The thing is, who I think that 10 that you're talking about, like the 4-2-3-1 10, is going to be Due. I think we're going to see, we've already started reports, Due is going to be more introduced into the midfield. And I think that's the best. You play like a Neves Vitinha hub, Due as the 10.
Okay.
And then you have so it's basically a 4-man attack, pretty much.
Right.
Due, Barcola, Kvara, Dembele.
Yeah. I think, like I said already, the only concern there is just, I feel like we've already seen it so much in the past. I feel like there's going to be games where it feel like no one can score. We just keep creating, and there's just no one to put the ball in the net. That's my only concern. But, you can't really do anything about that.
I mean, we got them boosts now.
We do, yep. Dembele is scoring every week, so.
You think it can keep, even me, DJ, as a big Dembuzista.
Yeah.
Even I'm okay.
Yeah, Purple Budge. No, but bro, you know what it is though? I feel like the amount of easy goals he seems to be getting is what's impressed me as well this season. Same shit with Barcola. I think Barcola, in a weird way, he should be on 5-6 more goals than he's on right now. Because really, he's had a lot of chances that he's missed this season. And I think the way the system is set up, the chances keep falling to those guys for a reason. So if you can get Kvara in a couple of those positions and he can take those chances a bit better than we've seen from Barcola at times, I think that could be, that could give us something a little different. And Ramos as well, now he's back, off the bench. We know he's going to give us something. So there's definitely more options now compared to the start of the season.
100%.
Yeah.
This thing with Kvara coming, you got Due more as a midfielder, Marcelo Philly as a backup. Kvara is just one player, DJ, but it feels like 3 signings at once nearly.
For sure.
That's good, how good of a.
For sure.
And I also put this out on.
What are you looking at?
A tweet I put out. This one. You think it's blasphemy?
Oh, okay. No, I wouldn't say so.
And it's simply compared in terms of what I said was
profiles.
Exact same profile, just younger and earlier stage in their career.
Yeah. No, I think
maybe Mbappe is just so good at such a young age.
How old was?
It's actually older than Mbappe.
In 2021, Mbappe would have been, he would have been 22, right?
Yeah, so same age.
Yeah, that's
Barcola's the only one.
That's crazy when you think about it. Yeah,
Like Barcola is going to be the specialist goal scorer like Mbappe.
yeah.
Dembele, like Di Maria, was playmaker and score, and then Neymar, he was built around him. He was the 10. He was the metronome,
Yeah.
and that's why I say, well,
I was just gonna say, I think the only question here with this team is, can Barcola hit the heights? Like, oh, he's the answer is no, but can Barcola get to 70% of what Mbappe was for us?
DJ, in the beginning of the season, you know when he got those first 10 league goals quickly?
Yeah.
He scored 10 league end goals quicker than any of our top attackers. Ibra never did
Ever.
it.
Oh,
Mbappe never did it. The only two league end attackers, it was Benzema and another one. Only 3 players had done it that quickly. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's just how insane. So
That's
I know
cool.
he definitely he has the potential to be like a 40, 50 goals a season player.
Hopefully so.
And then Dembele, just like Di Maria, big game player. Saves the goal for the big games.
Yep.
Can also play make. But I think Kvara will be the main man of this team. I do think so, especially if he plays the false nine role. You're automatically going to be. And I said this before. I think Lucho wants to revolutionize football in the sense of he's bringing back the number 10, which is his false nine.
Yeah.
And he even said it in an interview today. They asked him something. He said, I don't believe in a 9 and a 10.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah, but he believes in a false 9. That we know of clearly.
Yep.
So the false 9 is going to be the new 9-10. Like, he's trying to do some crazy smart things. Just like, Pep revolutionized football at City. That's what Lucho's trying to do.
Yeah.
And I like that in the sense of, all the Pep disciples copy Pep, but he's trying to do his own thing.
Hopefully he can revolutionize our attacking play so we can score goals in the first half.
Yeah, look, no, the Stuttgart game, it's a lot of stuff. And DJ, I know now we've been such a good form, and I feel a bit like I shouldn't make it, but I'm gonna make a video. How Lucho nearly got us out of the UCL.
Go on then.
Just because of those first 6 games.
Yeah.
First 5 games. That was because I blame it most on him.
Yeah.
Because think about it, DJ. You remember the Ozer pod when we read through those reports, and I said this is the turning point of the season. And it was the turning point of the season.
Was it about like the disagreements in the squad and whatnot?
Yeah. And he sat down and it was like, you know what, I'm gonna compensate. Like, it's not. Since then we've been unbeaten. Since then we've won 2 UCL games. Since then we won our first trophy of the season. It's not a coincidence. I'm 100% sure because what it was, DJ. Last season we said it. Lucho played like 70% of his tactics and 30% freedom, mostly because Mbappe was in the team. Then Mbappe left and Lucho was like, it's my time. I'm the king. I'm going to do like my tactics. The players were like, nope, this is not, we're not a Premier League team. We're not going to become your full slaves. Right? The bill is like, I'm a superstar. And then the result just got worse and worse and worse. And then since that time, we've been looking better than ever. So, like, do you believe it's a coincidence that since then we've been unbeaten, since then all the good results, or do you think that's actually why we were bad in the first place because of Lucho's tactics? Like he wants to go full 100 systematic football, just like the Girona game.
Yeah,
the players are like, no.
I don't know. I feel like it's tough because a lot of the games we played this season, like good and bad, I feel like they've gone very differently. So like we've had some games where we played pretty shit, but we scored 1 or 2 goals and sort of, stolen the game. And we've had some games where I thought we were okay and then we're fortunate to lose, And I think in some of those games, like maybe the setup and the way we sort of what Lucho set us up to play was questionable, but I thought actually, we've played okay and we were unlucky, So I don't know if I would say like, I blame Lucho for the poor start to the season, because I think also at the start of the season, like in Ligue 1 specifically, I thought we started pretty well. I think we were all excited for the way it was looking, and I think when we hit a bit of a rough patch, it almost became a thing of like, when we were playing well, it was the players, but now we're struggling a bit. Look, blame Lucho. So yeah, I don't know with that.
I think Ligue 1, because we're so much better than everyone else.
Yep.
You can play 100% Lucho terrorist ball and still like win games.
Right. But more, the thing is though, we scored goals. I don't get why we can't score goals though. Like how did like even against the shit teams. So at the start of the season, we all 4 versus Le Havre, 6 versus Montpellier, 4 versus Brest. Everyone was
Yeah.
dancing, everyone was happy. But now, bro, we're struggling against um I don't even know if Alger are in the league, but like the game, I think we played Saint Etienne. I think we won 2-1. We played Toulouse. I think it was a tight, maybe one goal win. Like we can't score goals, and I don't understand why.
I think the main reason is like Lucha Ball's biggest flaw, which is against low blocks, DJ. And in the
Mhm.
beginning of the season, I think with Mbappe leaving, a lot of the teams were like, all right, we
There's
don't
no
have to be
threat,
scared of PSG anymore.
right? There's no threat.
Like the Montpellier game, they had space. They were still playing at 5 at the back, but there was so much space. And after that, teams were like, okay, it's time to park the bus. Like the Rem game, while we struggled in the Rem game, they parked the bus like the entire game. And we know how much we struggle against that. Obviously,
sure.
Gonzalo missing the chance and all of that costed, but the main reason was they played the low block and we just seemed to not be able to create chances against it. But like the Saint-Germain game, for example, we only won 2-1. It was just a very, like we scored 2 goals in the first half, but it was still wasteful. And then they got that Fugazi free kick, and then like we're like, all right, we just take the 3 points here.
Yeah,
But I would say the main reason we struggle to score goals is
the
two
system.
stuff. The main thing that we have such an obvious flaw, which is park the bus teams, and the second one would be our players are not there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you look at this, obviously Kvara, like he's played 1 game, but Barcola DJ, this is his 3rd professional season. Dembele, you can say this is his 4th professional season. I don't count the 6 seasons at Barca. It's like he was put in a coma. It's like you took the Dembele, Rennes, Dortmund. Then when Barca bought him, he was put in a coma 6 years, and now he's finally back.
Low.
Especially when you look at his numbers, like now he's about to reach his GA numbers at Dortmund, which is the best he's ever had.
Yep.
So I think, yeah, Dembele, I look at him as a youngster nearly. Same with Barcola, or someone that's still developing his game.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, not getting Kvara in the summer affected us because we wanted Kvara. They say, no, we wanted to go into the sea. We trust in Gonzalo. That was all nice. We wanted Kvara in the summer, especially even Osimhen. We couldn't get it done. Now that we got Kvara, and I'm feeling we can win all the season. I think he was the missing piece. Because I said this before. I said, I don't like that Dembele is our main man and Barcola is the second man. I feel it's too much pressure, especially for Barcola. Dembele, I know he's 27 and everything, but because of those 6 years at Barca, I still see him somewhat as a youngster. Now that we got Kvara, DJ, it's different. Kvara takes the most pressure. Then it's Dembouz. Dembouz becomes the second man in the attack. Barcola becomes the third man. Less pressure on Barcola, which will make him perform better. Because do you think Barcola deserves to have that kind of a pressure on him where he has to score goals to win us games? In his 3rd professional season for a club like PSG, they're trying to win every single competition. Should Barcola have that? I think it's unfair. And I know that Lucha didn't want that either, just how the summer went.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're good enough, like your age doesn't really matter. Like Mbappe was good enough to be our best player at 21, 22. So I think, and the club obviously believes in Barcola.
But could Mbappe handle the pressure, DJ? Mbappe stunk it up in the UCL until he scored that hat versus Barca.
50 goals a season, though. Like,
yeah, I mean, League 1.
No, but I mean, Barcola, like, he's not
in League 1. No, that's why.
Barcola isn't on his way to score 30 goals in League 1. That's what I'm saying, though. Like,
I mean, he is.
Is he?
I don't think halfway of the season, I think he's on 13.
Is he?
Yeah, he's on 13.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. I
just,
feel like we might be past halfway, but no, but I do get what you're saying. I do, and I think also part of it as well. You're looking at Colomwani and Asensio because those are 2 players on very big wages that were signed last summer that you would have thought, okay, in Lucho's mind at least, they're gonna be they're gonna help to replace Mbappe. So we don't need to go out and sign Leao, Osimhen, whatever, because we have a striker that we spent 90 mil. We have a playmaker. We got him from Real Madrid. He's a 3 times old of that. And both of them flopped terribly. Not to mention the donkey.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even Lucho knows, like, he didn't want to do this.
Right.
But because of the failed transfers and the failed arrivals, we were forced into this. That's why I defended Barcola and Dembele a lot, even though they were stinking up in the UCL. I felt it was unfair on them. But now, with Kvara, because the thing with Kvara, DJ, even though he's 23, he's the most mature in the attack. This guy led Georgia to their first ever tournament. This guy led Napoli to their first ever Scudetto, winning Serie A MVP. Kvara, DJ. That's why out of Di Maria, Mbappe, and Neymar, who's the best Neymar? That's why I compared Kvara to Neymar. So I love them boosts, but I think in a short time, Kvara will be the best player in this team. Like, Dembele should have 11, DJ. Kvara should have 10. Kvara, man. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Calma mode? No. I'm calm. I'm calm, but I said, look, if we don't win the UCL, but things go far, I'm not going to be mad. But then we got to win the Club World Cup. Then Boozy, oh, you mean like that? I know, man. It just... What a special, man. Even that small cameo versus them, like... Going past 2-3 play, has Dembooz did what that Kvara assist? Has Dembooz ever done that? And also the main difference between this trident and this trident is the team around them. Obviously, this team, they had superb players in Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Kimpembe for that 1-2 season, the Marco Verratti. These have a full-blown team. These have Hakimi Nuno. These have that midfield of Vitinha Neves and Due. Like, this one has way more of a balanced unit around them that works so much harder, which will make like their job easier. As you said before, Dembele has scored so many tap-ins this season. The rest of the team are doing so much as well. I felt here it was more of a Di Maria, Mbappe, and Neymar carry job. Here, it won't be that much of a Dembele, Barcola. Like, they will get the goals, but I don't think they will carry us. It would just be the entire team so good, and they will be finishing off everything. When you cook... Okay, yeah, that's true. But I know... No one cared? Oh, I mean, you will see. When the summer comes, everyone will care. No, I don't think so, Lee. Because it's a normal day, like a weekday. But DJ, do you feel I'm doing too much?
What, with the comparison?
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. I just think it's a bit of like it's just not as good, you know. And that's not this. I think that three on the left is a great.
No, I agree, but that's why I mentioned the earlier stage. Like, in 2 years time, I think the right side could be seen as better. I mean, I think they're gonna win us our first UCL, so I guess in terms of that, they're gonna be seen as better.
I don't know about that, but sure, why not?
For example, I don't know if you saw it. Someone posted Barcola edit.
Okay.
No, a PSG City edit.
Okay.
And he did an insane comparison. Yeah, here. Look here. So here's the Barcola Nutmeg on Nunes.
Mm-hmm.
Look what he does.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Like, I know Barcola hasn't done it consistently, but I think Barcola can be as dangerous as Mbappe. And I'm not exaggerating. I know I hate Mbappe, but
yeah, I think the issue with Barcola is just I just don't think he's as talented as Mbappe. You know, if that makes sense. And I don't think he has the explosive sort of like quick start, being able to sort of beat his man in that sort of like a 5 to 10 yard sprint the way Mbappe could, you know. So like you're playing balls in behind to Mbappe, like teams. I think also as well teams defending us a little bit differently with Mbappe because of his explosive pace and his speed, and I don't think Barcola has that level of athleticism, and then also just the class as a finisher.
Like that play from Barcola opened up the comeback.
Yeah.
From absolute nowhere, just cooks Nunes, runs the entire thing. Great decision, gives it to Dembus.
Yeah, because I think that's why, like, the City game is an example of why teams don't defend us the way, like, on the halfway line. Because if you give Barcola like one-on-one defending, no cover, he's gonna cook you. Like, he's gonna cook you, and fucking what's his name, Nunez. Like, come on now, that's food. That's food right there.
Like pretty much, DJ. I think the only thing we have to do is get good at playing low blocks.
Yeah.
Like if we can do that, there is no coward way to play against us. Like at that point, you just got to play your football and hope for the best.
Right. Also,
now,
we have clinical teams as well.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's more about creating more chances. Okay, we're not that clinical. Create more chances then. Then more goals are gonna come. That's what I was complaining about before. Yes, we had like 2, 3, 4 opportunities we should have scored. Why not create more?
Right.
Yeah, well, like when City were prime City under Pep in the beginning, like Centurions, when they had the younger squad. That's the thing, DJ. When City was a younger squad, they created way more, scored way more. And then when the players got older and more experienced, DJ, it was more professional football because they were clinical.
Especially in the Champions League, I think.
Yeah. Like they became more like Madrid, where
we saw in early,
but they get the goals. We
saw in early years, like I think City had a lot more games where they put 4, 5, 6 goals past teams, but then you have the occasional game where they get counter-attacked and they look vulnerable.
Yeah, like when they played Liverpool in the quarters. They came in as the better team, but Liverpool just their football suited the UCL way more.
Tottenham
or City.
Yeah.
And then when they started playing that way, that's when the UCLs came. Yeah. And I think now that we are this young team, we should play more similar to the Centurions. And then it can be a bit more pragmatic. Right. Then the team is experienced, the Lucha tactics are really instilled. And then we can go for taking our chances.
Do you think Barcola is faster than Mbappe?
Almost as fast?
Yeah. Well, okay, to be fair, he says almost as fast. And I didn't say it was a clearing. I just said I think that minimal gap is the difference, isn't it?
Because Mbappe is the fastest I've seen.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe like him and Adama, maybe.
Is Adama quicker than Mbappe?
I think Adama is quicker than Mbappe, isn't he? Because I feel like Adama has... actually, I don't know. That's a good question, actually.
I don't even like to look at that Mbappe Argentina thing.
Oh, okay, the run, yeah.
Because he had the ball and he was like going through challenges.
Yeah, I think the difference is that Mbappe, I think, is faster probably with the ball than Adama. But I'd say Adama is probably just quicker, like sort of flat sprints. Yeah.
The thing is, though, the taller you are, the longer your legs are, the more quicker you are.
Because Mbappe has crazy long legs. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Adama's like 5'10", isn't he? 5'9", 5'10".
Like I would still put Barcola below.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mbappe isn't as quick anymore. He's built up so much muscle and fat. He like someone. I was doing like a small Q&A before, and they asked me, "Who do you think is the quickest scoring football player?" I said it's not Mbappe anymore. Do you agree with that?
I'm not sure. I said
Hakimi. I think Hakimi is the fastest in the world.
Oh, okay. He might be up there actually.
Hakimi he's like an athletic specimen. I know, Syke. He's trying to play like a number 10, like a Neymar or something. It's so weird, man. He's so insecure. Because this is what always people have said about him. You can't play like Neymar. You're not like Neymar. So now, like, you're just a pace merchant. Bobby's just a pace merchant. And he listens to that and tries to... You never listen to your haters, man. Who's fastest in Premier League? I don't know. I don't watch the Premier.
That's it. Adama, probably.
Yeah, maybe Adama.
Yeah.
But you agree, Hakim is a good take? Fastest in the world?
Honestly, I think you might be right. Because I feel like the amount of time that I see Hakimi just blitz past the player, I think he might
You
be
remember the
faster.
Calafiore thing?
I
Hakimi
remember it.
Calafiore?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was not supposed to get to that ball.
No way.
Davis is a good name, but I think Davis is also the less, I don't know, physical you are. I don't know. I think Hakimi. I'm a
Yeah,
fine pick.
Alfonso's put on a lot of muscle, hasn't he, over the past couple of years?
True. Fuck, I want to find this Hakimi Calafiore clip.
Yo, Mo, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta get to sleep, man.
My brother DJ, you say your prediction 2-0, right?
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0.
All right, good night, bro.
Brother and DJ. No, bro. Take care. Peace out. Van de Ven. Oh, he's quick. He's quick. That's a good shot. Dogman? No, Dogman. You know, the funniest thing about Dogman is if you talk to some Barca fans and say, oh my God, he isn't that quick, they will say he will get quick. What? He will get quicker? They're so fucking delusional, man. You can't get quicker. Like, for example, I'm very quick. I can obviously get minuscule quicker, but I'm always going to be quicker than my friends. I've always been quicker than them. They can never be quicker than me, especially if it's a like big enough gap. Obviously, if we're tight, someone can become quicker than me. But when there's some of a gap, you can't become like Yamal is always going to be like a 84. Is it? I think like FIFA wise, is like 85 pace. That's Yamal. He's never gonna become a 90 pace or something. And Nuno's quick. Having those fullbacks, man. It's the biggest delusion, man. Whenever I talk about Yamal, it's because I've noticed now with Barca fans, they actually agree Yamal is not that good. Yes, like he's an insane talent, the best talent in the world, psych. But I that's why they always bring up his age. Because what does his age mean? He's gonna become better. If he's this good at 17, imagine then. So they have this idea that Yamal is just gonna become an elite finisher, elite pace. Like if you're not this good here, obviously you're still young, you can develop, but this is pretty much who you're gonna be. So I think Yamal for his entire career is not gonna be the best finisher in the world. Dembele is way better than Kvara? No, I don't think so. You compare Barcola to Mbappe? I mean, that's the thing, Safe. I don't rate Mbappe that much as a player. I think Mbappe is like on his day is a great goal scorer. Like he can score from angles, especially when he's confident. I think there was one Madrid goal he scored, insane goal. Like Mbappe is not that good of a player, Safe. We have to be fully honest. But Barcola's goals in the league is 11 goals. $12. Okay. Yeah, it could be true. Could be true. Because he has one in the cup. I may have miscalculated. Yeah, 11. 11 goals in 16 starts. And then you have Mbappe. Mbappe has 15 goals, I think, in way more starts. Plus, he takes penalties. Fuck, man. Mbappe stinks, man. I know. The thing is, I think Yamal is like Ansu Fati was I don't want to disrespect Ansu Fati either. Yeah, and at least in the beginning of the season, they were making those disgusting comparisons with Dembouz. Well, that ended quickly. I was talking recently with a Madrid fan, and he was like, Dembele only has 2 GA in the UCL. Olise has 5. We had to go in a bit deep. Feyenoord dropped a huge sinker. Bayern lost 3-0. Barca lost 4-1 Olise dropped a huge stinker. Villa lost 2-1. Olise dropped a huge stinker. Which means his 5GA came against Dinamo when they won 9-2 and Dinamo Kiev when they won 5-1. And I know that he scored the loss in the Dinamo game and so on. Fuck, man. We're winning so much. We just need better. Oh, I finally found that. I have to start searching on TikTok more often. Look at Hakimi. Like, that's so tough. Like, what's this? Like, do you know how tough this is? Because Hakimi, it's not even that much space you can run into in front of him. Like, in a quick time, and fully gets ahead of him. What the fuck? Califiore is slow. I'm quicker than Califiore. What the fuck? Extremely bad running technique. If you look at his legs, you see Hakimi is fully extending, and you see how his legs are going all the way back. That's how you're supposed to run. Califiore is running like a fat guy. You see? So, like, when you run, if you look at Usain Bolt, their legs, one here, one here. I'm trying to spread it out, make the every step as big as possible. Califiore, his steps are like this. Maybe Califiore made it look like Hakimi's quicker than it is. But you see Hakimi fully extended, chest in the front as well. Oh my days. Califiore, what a dud. And no save. I don't know if you saw, but I exposed his goals as well. Let me find it. Look, exposed his goals here. He got 3 Valladolid, 1 Espanyol, 1 Leganes, 2 Las Palmas, 1 Alaves, 1 Getafe, 1 Celta Vigo, 1 Sevilla, 2 Betis, 1 Real Sociedad, 1 Girona. No against Vallecano. All the top 7 teams, 0. He's disgusting, man. He's disgusting, safe. He's disgusting. I think it's soon. But Amon is a weird one because he can score iconic goals, but it's not regular like that. Yeah, no, what that means, Romain, is the France goal, Fugazi. Fugazi. It's an illegal. When he scored it, I stood up. I was like, oh my days. Oh my days. How much pence? I think he scored 4 pence, maybe 3 in the league. He possibly took 5 and missed 2, scored 3. You always gotta check through it, man. Let me see. Pen, penalty kick. He scored all in the league? Okay, so yeah, he missed Liverpool and he missed Bilbao. Wow, 5 pence. Oh, sorry, it's not La Liga. That's why. All right, let's look at La Liga. I think it's... Man, he's fucking disgusting. Okay, he missed 1 in La Liga versus Bilbao. He is disgusting. Mbappe got 10 goals. Mbappe has 10. Sorry, guys, if you can't see. I've zoomed it in. Mbappe has 10 non-penalty goals in 19 starts. That's one of the Betis goals, one of the Sociedad. So one of the Betis, one of the Sociedad. Fuck, man. Look, I think so. No, I could see it happening this summer or the next one. It's disgusting, man. 10 non-penalty goals in 19 starts, and all of them are against food. So Champions League, he has 3 goals. I mean, Stuttgart, I remember, it was a disgusting tap in, huge space. And Salzburg, again, disgusting goal. Atalanta, put my hands up. That was an elite goal by Mbappe. So 2 goals and 6 stars. Yeah, Mbappe stinks, man. Yeah, I think I bookmarked. By the way, because I remember someone tried to cook them booze. If I can find it. Someone tried to cook them booze. Where is it? Oh, I can bring it up like this. I have it saved in my images. Yeah, here's Dembu's one. So as you can see, Dembu's is just consistent, where he's pretty much doing again. Yeah, he has against low teams, he has against mid-table, he has against the best. But Mbappe, it's dead at the top. Do you know how bad that is? 10 goals in 19 starts. 10 non-penalty goals in 19 starts, and all are against garbage teams. Yeah, he got to be locked up, man. He got to be locked up. I know. Oh, yeah, I was going to bring up the Ballon d'Or thingy. Well, yeah, let's make this into a video. I'm going to put out on YouTube later. All right, then. Here are the current recent Ballon d'Or by score 90. I don't remember exactly know where they bring up the numbers and so on from. Mbappe, 20%. A lot, 20%. The video 14. Lamine Dogmal, 4th. Rafinha, 10th. How the fuck is Rafinha this down low? Bellingham, 5. Haaland, 5. Leva, 4. How is Verts not here? How is Musiala not here? How is Dembouz not? How's Hakimi? Man, it's this. How's, you know what? Shout out to Athletic. How's Alvarez not? Like, if you're gonna put bumps here, Mbappe should not be here. Mbappe should not be here. It's disgusting, man. Yeah, Rafinha, I think he should be number 1. I think Rafinha should be number 1. He's got like second, third most goals, and he scored in all big games pretty much he's played. Again, it's score 90, so I don't know, but again, we know that the Ballon d'Or is a PR contest, so. Pokemon, man. Oh my god. I mean, he is Romain. I remember, I think I said it with like when he moved. It's just a garbage league. The most Mbappe scored in Liga, and I think was like 31, 33. Mbappe has. That's why we have to win the UCL. That's the best way to push Dembele Ballon d'Or prop. No clue, man. Top score and elite title win is about scoring against those smart teams. You will get the credits. That's when you win the Champions League. Champions League different. You have to step up big games. Yeah. Yeah, Mbappe can get the Pichichi and the La Liga MVP for helping Real win the league. Yeah, 100%. Ballon d'Or, it's about who's the best when you play the best. %10 with SF. I'm just embarrassed at just how dumb people are. They see one clip of Mbappe, they see 2 clips, they see 3 clips, and that changes their perception. That's why you always got to delve deeper. Kylian Mbappe has 10 non-penalty goals in the league in 19 starts, which is abysmal for Ballon d'Or standard. Rafinha has scored in pretty much every single big game he's played in, apart from Atletico Madrid, I think. So he should be higher. Salah, I mean, yeah, he has like already, like 30 GA in the league only. So, yeah. Vinny, I mean, Vinny was a top player last season, has had a lot of top moments. I think Vinny should be in the top 8, just a bit lower. Put him like here. What the fuck is Dogma doing here? What the fuck is Dogma doing here, man? I'm so disgusted. Like, disgusting, man. Jude. Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it's 3 stuff for me. Mbappe, disgusting. Yamal, disgusting. And Rafinha shouldn't be this low. The rest, they just put in players. Doesn't really matter. It's only one player that wins the Ballon d'Or. But Mbappe and Dogmal and Rafinha being this low, it's truly embarrassing. It's truly disgusting, man. The sport needs to be healed. This is disgusting, man. Like the only players in this picture I think that's had a better season than Dembele is Salah and Rafinha. That's it. But he's not here. It's not about PR. So these are not the 8 best players in the world. These are the 8 players with the most PR in the world. I mean, a lot of them are, best and so on. Like, they're not bad players, but just a PR award nowadays. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If Mbappe starts cooking in the UCL, I have no issue with him being here. If Yamal starts cooking in the UCL, or someone does, I have no issue. Yeah, I mean, Yamal and Mbappe have to start cooking in the league first. They're not cooking in the league. I think Yamal has like 6 goals in the league. Mbappe has, as we read, 10 non-penalty goals in 19 starts. Like, it's just a joke. It's just a disgusting joke, man. All right, people. I think that's a great ending to it. It's been a wonderful stream. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed the stream. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, it's going to be a calm game. I'm really calm. We barely talked about the game today because there's not that much to talk about. I don't really care that much. Should be an easy game. We'll be live as usual. The watch along, post-match podcast. The post-match will be a vibe though, and the watch along. So, all right. Before you guys leave, good night to everybody. But before you guys leave, I will show you guys one last thing. This is something me, Tayo, my boy, my editor, we're trying to figure out, which is in the live watch along. Well, then people, League ain't got no PR. Yeah, it's sad. All right, I'm just gonna show you guys this last thing here before we head out. This. So I'm gonna try doing this where when you guys are watching the watch along, I'm gonna have the updated games here on the side, and then on one side I'm gonna have the live table. So when watching the watch along, we're gonna have full live table, all of that. It's gonna be a crazy, insane watch along. And then obviously the post-match podcast, we pretty much will know who we play in the round of 32. We pretty much know who we play in the round of 16. It's gonna be a crazy one. And I'm ready for it. No. Atlanta will win, but you won't let them. I mean, you Burnley, but we'll see. My boy is safe. My boy. But yeah, we're trying to figure out how we'll do it. Hopefully it works well. It will be the first time. I've never done it where it's something live. It's not something I'm doing myself. So I just hope it works well. But yeah. All right then, people. Hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. And as usual, allez, bye.